Yes, Chris, ready to go. Welcome to the NTCA Ground in Launceston on City Park Radio 103.7, 96.5 and via the AFL Tas live stream. My name's Dave Moore. I'm here today with Matt Donaldson and David Gruber. Chris Say will be on the boundary. And for those watching the stream, Jasper Wolf is on the camera. So with the team today to bring you an exciting game of interstate footy. And gee, it's going to be hard to beat the game we've just seen, Matt Donaldson.
Absolutely. Good afternoon, Dave and Grubes and Chris Sayer.
For our radio
listeners, we've just called for the AFL Tas live stream, the women's game in the representative, which we had a thriller. It was the SFL by 1 point. Final scores there, SFL 6-4-40, defeating the NTFA women 5-9-39. It means that the SFL have won both their representative games and they actually won the title. Dave and I were doing the maths up here in the commentary box, trying to work out what it meant for the NTFA. Could they have won it? And they needed to win by about a goal or more, which was looking likely there for parts of the game, but full credit to the SFL for taking out the representative series.
Just finished the presentations and both teams were out on the ground. The SFL have lined up already. And they're just waiting for the NTFA boys to line up as well. So we'll preview the game maybe in a moment because we're going to have the introductions, the toss and the national anthem. But if we get a game that's half as good as the last one, we're in for a bit of a treat.
Absolutely.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our men's match. Finishing off today's wonderful example of representative football here, pitting the North versus the South in a classic clash.
You'll score the next
It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to today's match, and a big thank you to our sponsors, Lion and James Bow, Solstice Energy, Clean Away, Jeremy Wilkinson and Harcourts Launceston, CI Care and Launceston Mazda. If I can have the NTFA President, Peter Gutwin, and the captain of both the North and the South team into the middle of the field, please, for the all-important coin toss.
So the captains there, Josh Green and Fletcher Bennett.
South team has the call. It's a very wide throw from Gutwin. It's a heads, and the South team is going to kick to the northern end today. Before we begin, on behalf of the NTFA, we would like to acknowledge the Palawa people as the traditional custodians of the land on which we are meeting today. We respectfully recognise elders past and present and extend that respect to other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people that are here present today. If I could please ask you to all be upstanding for the national anthem. The North and the South team in this representative clash.
Thank you very much there, Rachel Williams, the MC there, of the start of the game, the national anthem. Both teams lined up with their respective coaches, Mitch Thorpe and Nick Probert. Mitch Thorpe for the NTFA, Nick Probert for the SFL. Listening to City Park Radio 103.7, 96.5 and simulcast today on the AFL Tas live stream, or the other way around. So if you can't visualise it today or see it on a screen, you need to go away somewhere, please tune into our City Park Radio coverage as well. Okay, Matt, so I don't think it's far away from kick-off here, but it's going to be a really interesting game. Obviously, the SFL probably start favourites, but the NTFA have picked a side looking towards the future, picked some young players, and they're pretty keen to give a good account of themselves here today, this afternoon. Yeah,
they definitely are, Dave. And congratulations to Fletcher Bennett, too. Fletcher Bennett, yes. Named as captain. So from North Launceston, premiership star there at North Launceston Footy Club, and he's been named captain for today. And look, NTFA side, they've picked a pretty good side. I think Mitch has picked a really good side. There's a lot of familiar faces for us that follow the NTFA up here in terms of the Premier League, but the SFL have also got a side chock full with some Devils talent as well. So I agree, on paper I think the SFL would be the favourites for this one, and full credit to the NWFL League, the North West League, who have actually won both their games, yes. And as a result they've taken out the representative series. But I think it's been a really enjoyable representative series. The 3 rounds, I think it's a great concept, and it's great to have a day like today and host it here at the NTCA Ground.
And both teams have been very quick to point out this is not going to be a dead rubber.
Oh, absolutely.
It's interstate football, it's north versus south, and they want to win today's game, there's no doubt about it. There's quite a few changes for both teams from the first time round. Some of those are through injury and other reasons, but it's also about giving some young players a go at rep footy, because we know we've got the VFL players, the squad players, some of them are playing today. Yep. I think 3 games was the qualification, was the maximum they could play. But there's other players that might aspire to that as well. So we're looking at maybe next year and into the future. So there's a lot on the line for players today individually, but of course they want to win for their region.
Region, absolutely. You said that North versus South rivalry is hot in our state, so it definitely comes down to that as well. And we mentioned in the women's coverage as well that it's not just the Premier League, Dave, also Div 1.
Yep.
So some opportunities for players today that are playing in Div 1 for the NTFA, so a really good opportunity for some of those players as well.
Our stats man today is Mr. David Gruber. G'day, Groups.
Hi, Dave.
And he's with us each and every week. He's going to give us some of the team stats as the game progresses. Also got Chris Sayer, who'll be around on the other side of the ground very soon. In fact, he's right in front of us here.
Good afternoon, Chris. Chris.
Yeah, I didn't get to the other side before they got to their positions. The ground is in good nick. It's a little bit heavy underfoot, but it's not wet. It's just a bit soft, I guess. So we'll have to watch their footing and hope they've all got stops. There's no wind, so there's no advantage for either northern or the southern end, and I think we're in for a good game.
And look, today the crowd has come in and they've answered the call for the rep footy. On the vision, it might not look at looking at the other side of the ground, but on our side of the ground, certainly the stands are filling up, and there's a lot of players from other clubs that have come to look at the game today, and plus a lot of people interested in interstate footy. We're about to get underway. The ball is thrown up in the air. He's winning the tap there was Symes, the ruckman there for the NTFA, but first clearance goes the way of the SFL. So the NTFA defence under pressure already. Got some good targets up there. Josh Green, of course, with all his experience, is playing forward. Bryce Alomes is a dangerous player. Declan Chugg, ex-Northerner. So they've got some avenues to go to the SFL. Ball spills out. Chance there for Tom Reeves. Out it comes. Kick forward there by Fletcher Hooker. Spills wide. They fly. Doing a good job there was Tom Graham. It's a congested footy there. I think we'll get a ball up. Right half forward for the SFL, then to attack. No score through the first minute of the game.
So ball up, just inside 50 for the SFL. Kicking the northern end here at the NTCA Ground. Rucks go at it. Good tap down. Loose footy to be won. Kick partially smothered there for SFL, and it goes out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in on that outer side. We've been going 1 minute in the first quarter here. Pretty good day for it as well, Dave. It's about 11, 12 degrees at the moment, overcast, but lovely conditions for footy.
We keep up to date today too with the VFL score at half time. It's the Seagulls 7-8-50, leading the Devils 5-13-43. Inaccurate Devils in that first half.
There's Meadows and Symes there in the ruck again. Kick forward for the SFL, goes over the back. Here's an opportunity early, and they'll be happy to see this one over. That was Burling. Happy to see that one over for a rush behind for South. So they hit the scoreboard early. It's SFL leading by that one behind.
Ryan Shipp, the defensive player for the Launceston Footy Club in the orange boots today. Cruises out from fullback. Kicks long to the commentary side of the ground. Dean is there, but coming out and take good mark is Tom Symes. He's got the opportunity today, the youngster from Bridge North. Telegraphs the handball now to Bennett, the skipper. Right on the boundary line. short kick in the Harper direction. Coming across in front is Declan Chugg, who fists the ball away out of bounds. It's a boundary throw in. Just joined us. The women's game was decided by 1 point. And SFL trailed by 6 at three-quarter time. And they got themselves in front in the last stanza of play and took out the series this year in the Interstate Series.
There's Meadows and Symes in the ruck again. As Symes got the tap down, there's a sea of players over this footy, and the umpire blows the whistle. And Jaden Hines is top of that pack. He kicked 10 goals last week, Dave.
Yep.
Jaden Hines.
Absolutely.
Scottsdale.
Charlie Meadows, good player. Spent some time at Hobart and North Hobart footy clubs.
On that occasion there was Meadows who won the tap down. Loose footy to be won here. Quick kick there. Out of there was Harper. This ball isn't going too far though. It's laying the tackle there is Ben Hyatt. Ben Hyatt, I think we gave him the best on ground last week, Dave, out at Scottsdale. He had a fantastic game. And we're going to go again.
He's leading our City Park Radio Player of the Year award, Ben Hyatt.
Tap down, goes as far as Mackenzie. It's just not coming out at this stage. There's Harper there that was tackled immediately as well, and we'll have another stoppage here on centre wing. We've been going just over 3 minutes. SFL leading by that one rush behind. Symes again in the ruck, gets that tap down. Goes FSL's way. Here's a chance through hooker in the centre. Tackled immediately there. There's been a whistle and we'll have another ball up. So a few stoppages to start us off here, Dave.
Yeah, tight game. Both teams adapting to a quicker standard maybe than their club footy, especially the NTFA guys. Trying to work it out. There was Declan Chugg. Handball over the top. Good work there from Bailey Gordon. Kick forward now from Nicholson. But chopped off at half forward by Gillow.
There's been 50
metres to Bailey Gillow. Wearing the number 17 Guernsey. So he'll be marched just beyond range. He lowers the eyes, goes inside 50. Looking there for Dean. Covers the contest though. And Matthew Lee sees it out of bounds. So boundary throw in right next to the left behind post. The NTFA into attack. Just the one behind scored through the first 4 minutes. So ball to be thrown in. High throw in. Ruck contest, Meadows.
Whistle.
Now, it might be against Meadows there. It's going to go the way of Dean. And Oliver Dean, the number 28 there for the NTFA. Back to South Launceston this year from North Launceston. Had a few injury worries across the journey, but he's fit this year and playing good footy for the Bulldogs. And he's got a shot on goal. About 15, 20 metres out, slightly left of centre. Kicking to the southern end of the ground. Long run up. And he comes. Oliver Dean for the NTFA. Umpire does some work, but he likes it. It's a goal to the NTFA to begin proceedings here at the NTCA Ground. 1 goal straight, 6 the NTFA. SFL 1 behind. And yes, Charlie Meadows just getting the hands around the waist there of Dean and throwing him out of the contest. And Dean worked on his goal kicking over the years and he slots it through.
It's a good start, Dave, by the NTFA. We just saw a number of repeat stoppages in the centre of the ground and out on this broadcast wing side. And it was a ruck infringement there to get the NTFA on the board. So Oliver Dean is the first goal kicker in this one. Pops the NTFA in front. They lead 1 goal straight, 6 to SFL. That one rush behind. We've been going 5.5 minutes. Rucks go at it again in the centre of the ground. Loose footy to be won. Palfreyman gets this one out. Goes as far there as Hyde, who threw it onto the boot. Gets it to half forward. Ethan Petterwood is in there. And now a chance to the SFL to clear. Quick hands over the top. That was Josh Green. Green is wearing number 20. Fixed up on my list. It's a south ball going forward. A sweeping handball through. Has found Declan Chugg. Handball's off. Here's a shot on goal. Yes, it is. It's a goal for the SFL. And that one's been kicked by Fletcher Hooker. So Hooker puts the SFL on the board. And it is 1-1-7, the SFL leading the NTFA 1 straight goal. And that was a pretty quick goal, Dave Moore, from the back line. The
outstanding junior was Fletcher Hooker. He's made his way into senior footy with Lauderdale, key player with them. Yeah, the inside-out kick, had no hesitation, and it sailed through. Yeah, good build-up play too there, and Luke Nicholson involved. I've watched Luke Nicholson as a youngster at Glenorchy. It's a fine young player. So the answering goal to the SFL, 1-1-7, leading the NTFA 1 goal straight, 6. You're listening to City Park Radio 103.7, 96.5. and also on the AFL Tas live stream. Up goes the footy. One there by Meadows. Shark by Hyatt does a good job. Gets the kick towards half forward. Petterwood overruns it. Doing well there is Chug, prominent early. Kick sideways there by Suki. All NTFA on the wing. Bailey Gillows there. Swings onto the left foot. Kicks deep inside, attacking 50, close to the boundary line. I'll be happy to see it over the SFL defence. And a boundary thrown right in front of the scoreboard, which reads SFL 117, NTFA 1 goal straight, 7.5 minutes into the first quarter.
Oliver Dean was swooping on that loose footy before it went out of bounds too, Dave. He's looking pretty good early. So we'll have a boundary throw-in. We've been going 7.5 minutes, first term, SFL by that 1 point. Boundary throw-in right on the paint of 50 in front of the newer scoreboard here at the NTCA. Rucks go at it. Dean at the front, got the first tap to it. Loose footy, it's going to trickle over that boundary line again. It will go again. So almost 8 minutes gone in this one. And we'll have a secondary boundary throw-in. It'll be Dean in the ruck for the NTFA up against Meadows from the SFL. So reset and go again. 8 minutes gone. SFL by a point. Boundary throw-in on the way. Dean versus Meadows. Meadows gets the tap on this occasion, gets it down, but only as far as Finn Gutwin. Gutwin tackled immediately, and a sea of players around this ball whistle, and we will go again. Shut
down pretty quickly, Finn Gutwin.
He was.
And that's the challenge for the Div 1 players here, just that amount of time on the ball. You have to get rid of it fairly quickly.
Once again, it was Meadows there with the tap down. Petterwood trying to spin out a bit of trouble down there. SFL player tackled immediately, and we will have another stoppage. So it's lived in this 50 for the NTFA for the last few minutes, Dave, with a few repeat stoppages.
As the ball's thrown up, Dean won the tap, Sharks it, half-distance kick, contested footy. In there fighting is Joby Harper, as he always is. Inside mid, one of the best inside mids in the state still. He's playing Division 1 with St Pat's, but he's doing good things there at the moment. Thrown out of the way there was Meadows. Snap on goal. Harper, one behind. 117 NTFA. They draw level now with the SFL on 117. Some early stats groups.
Clearances SFL 4, NTFA 4, inside 50s SFL 3, NTFA 3. So pretty even.
Pretty even start, even on the scoreboard, Matt Donaldson.
Comes out of defence here. SFL with the ball. That's a handball over the top by Gapin. That's Max Gapin. Tries to find a teammate. There's been a whistle. Might have been a hold going South's way. Yes, it is. Through
Will Clifford.
Will Clifford. Jumper change. 26. Will Clifford. Pumped inside 50. And here's Green. Goes through his hands. Chance for the NTFA to clear. Here's Bailey Gillow with a short pass. And he's found Ben Hyatt. Ben Hyatt of Launceston Football Club. Finds his teammate in Brody Palfreyman on that outer wing just in front of the interchange gates. Here's Palfreyman. Pumps this one down the wing. Long footy. Goes over the back. Loose ball to be won. Handball's back. It's a North NTFA ball through Oliver Chug. He pumps it on the boot. Gets it inside 50. Swept up, though, by the number 7 in Donnelly, the vice-captain of the SFL side. It's come out, but only as far as Petterwood. This is Ethan Petterwood. Chips one up into the pocket. Loose footy to be won. Tackled immediately there was an SFL player under that pack, and he was tackled by Musica, and we'll have a ball up. Once again in that same spot, Dave, just rolling that paint of 50.
In front of the scoreboard. We don't like the play over there. It's a long way away from our commentary position. Meadows won the tap there. Gapin couldn't take it with him. Out of defence now through Beerley. Beautiful kick up the wing, finds Chug. He's been lively in this first quarter. He waits for the reinforcements to arrive. Waits to kick forward. Over here, looking for Will Clifford. He couldn't take it with him. Gillow, ambitious handball in the direction of Bennett. Chance now, Josh Green, he loves these. Just didn't get the right part of the footy with the left foot. Fades away for a behind. 1-2-8 the SFL, lead the NTFA at 1-1-7. Jacob Boyd to bring the ball back in.
He swooped on that, didn't he, Green? It was there for the taking. Here's Boyd bringing this one back in. Boyd with a long ball down the wing here. Chance for an intercept. It came off the hands there of the number 19, Sam Green. Whistle. And it's been played on, so we play on from that. This is McKenzie. He finds Palfreyman in the centre of the NTCA ground. Palfreyman, rocking those bright yellow boots today, gets a handball out. Another handball goes the way there of Harper. Loose footy to be won here at half forward for the NTFA. Coming through there was the 22 in Nicholson for the SFL. Gets it out. Ball pumped down the wing. Oh, good grab there. That's a great grab from the NTFA, Jake Boyd. Well done. Short pass, and he has found McKenzie in the centre of ground, who gives it off to Palfreyman. Palfreyman goes across the ground trying to find Thompson. Does. Comes back to Palfreyman on the broadcast side. Palfreyman pops one up over the top, and he's found a teammate there in Burling. Burling centering ball, and he has found McKenzie. McKenzie chips this one over the top, trying to find Burling. Got Burling right on the paint of 50. Burling pops it up towards the goal square. Oh, and the goal-saving mark there was taken by Donnelly.
Ben Donnelly clears it wide. Ben Donnelly, TSL Player of the Year, or Team of the Year awarded quite a number of times. One of the best defenders in the state. We've got a free kick on the wing for the NTFA.
Jacob Boyd.
Jacob Boyd again, Devil squad player. Inside 50, nearly a mark. Free kick, are we paid? And that's going the way of Harper. So he's playing up forward, Harper. He's resting up there. He might be spending a bit of time on the ball. But he is dangerous up forward. Just his size of Harper and his ability to mark overhead might worry some of the SFL defenders. So Joby Harper, man on the mark, 45-degree angle, 40 metres out. Just to put the NTFA back in front. Harper to goal. Distance is there. Accuracy is there. And that's a second goal to the NTFA through the agency of Joby Harper. And they lead 2-1-13. The SFL 1-2-8.
He just kicked that from right on 50, Dave. I was looking through it with binoculars as he kicked it, and right on the paint of 50, and went through above the goal umpire's hat. So he got some good distance with the kick.
See what NTFA midfielder doing well. McKenzie, who those who follow the Premier League might not be aware of, but he's a champion player with Old Scotch. Hyatt, who's gone from a forward player to a midfielder this year, and is one of the best players in the competition.
Brody Palfreyman, he's had a bit of it too, Dave, through the centre of the ground.
And Joby Harper's now answered my question because he's in the middle. So Symes the ruckman. Up they go. They work hard here. Hyatt dispossessed. Nice little handball by Green. That's Sam Green. Ends up here with the SFL with Banks Smith, who kicks inside 50. Gee, that's nearly a mark to Alomes. He brought it down. Did he have it long enough? Boys, what did you think?
Close, Dave. Gee, Grooves give us a shake of the head. No, not quite. Not quite. So we'll have a ball up here about 30 metres out from the SFL goal. They're trailing by 5 points. We've gone 14 and a half minutes in this first term. Rucks go at it. Symes gets this one down. Chance for the NTFA to clear. Comes out right in front of us. Hines is in front of this contest. Loose footy over the back. Giving chase there was that man, Ben Hyatt, and it goes out of play. We'll have, it's a Lassou free kick. No one got a touch on it. So it's an SFL free kick. Going to the number 30, Nicholas Steele. Steele pops this one up towards 50. Green's in the front spot. Comes down to hands. Comes down to the goal kicker in Harper. He gets on with it pretty quickly. Gets hands to it. Here comes sweeping through was Ryzik. Ryzik chips this one forward. Goes over his opponent teammate's head though, and it ends up in the number 23 in Suki.
Suki clears now towards Miller. In there's now Fletcher Hooker, goal kicker for the SFL. Here's Charlesworth now up against Green. Big task this afternoon. Charlesworth tackled immediately by Chug. Yeah, what a great opportunity for Harry Charlesworth, skipper of South Launceston. He's lined up on champion Josh Green, who's kicked big bags of goals this year, 42 to be exact. Here he is now, right on cue. Gets the handball over. Getting it away there was Bailey Gordon. Might have been infringed upon.
High tackle, I think, Dave.
Yep, on Bailey Gordon. Or is it coming back the other way there to Nick Steele?
Nick Steele.
Clarence player, ex-Hutchins student. Nick Steele. Played a fair bit of junior footy with Tassie. Leans back in the kick. They fly high. Nice mark, is it? They're going to pay it. Umpire says no.
I think Collar Alexander had his hands to it first.
So, ball up, deep in attack. Taken by Gillow. Tackled straight away.
And might have got one high, though.
In fact, tackled high. So Gillow will take the free kick in the back pocket.
Bailey Gillow, left back pocket for the NTFA. Borks works around the man on the mark. Gillow gets the maximum distance that he can and pumps this one right in front of us down the wing. Coming out was Oliver Dean. Come off his hands, comes to Hyatt. Chance here, loose footy to be won. Tom Graham was there, and this ball is going to trickle over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw-in right in front of us. So it's the NTFA by 5 points. We've been going 16 and a half minutes in the first term. And boundary throw-in here right in front of us. With Symes in the ruck for the NTFA. Here we go, boundary throw in. Right in front. Symes does win the tap on this occasion. Gets it down in the path of Hyatt, but it was chopped off there by Fletcher Hooker, who gets this ball inside 50. NTFA defence under pressure. There's been a whistle. And NTFA to get the relieving free kick.
Bailey Gillow. He's had a really good first quarter. He's had a number of possessions in defence. So see if you can clear the area here, pinpoint a target. Goes with a high kick to the wing. Target there is Burling. In fact, Symes goes off his chest. Taken away by Tommy Graham. Over the top now to Jaden Hines. 10 goals last week. Kicks long. All the numbers here with the South defence. Off hands though. I think with Donnelly couldn't take the mark. They work hard here. Snap on goal. Is across the face there from Zach Reisig. It might be an okay result in the end as they'll get the set up in their left forward pocket, the NTFA. They lead by 5 points, 17 and 3/4 minutes gone. Here's Matt Donaldson for City Park Radio Sport.
Reisig was pretty impressive there, Dave. He burst through that pack and had a shot on goal that went out of bounds, but we'll have a throw in. So once again, we're in the NTFA forward 50, boundary throw in. We've been going 18 minutes. In comes the throw in. Dean, front spot, wins the tap down. Gets in the path of Reisig. Reisig can't quite pick it up. Loose footy and it's going to be picked up here by SFL. A chain of handballs there involving Max Gapin and a chance for SFL to clear. They come up towards half forward, but a good intercept mark has been taken there by Connor Alexander. Connor Alexander goes backwards. He's trying to find the captain in Fletcher Bennett and does just that. This is Fletcher Bennett. Short passes on in the middle of the ground. And he's found a teammate there in the number 6 in Burling. Burling plays on. Looks for some options. Goes towards half forward. Comes off hands there. Comes over the back to that man again, Reisig. Reisig gets a handball out. SFL defence under a bit of pressure now. Player under that pack is
Finn Gutwin, I think.
Finn Gutwin in the long sleeves. Yes, it is. Rocking the bright pink boots too. By Finn Gutwin. We'll have a ball up. We've been going almost 19 minutes here. Just taken out of the ruck on that occasion there by their number 19, which is Sam Green. And Green pumps this one down the line. And there's been a free kick paid to SFL. And we're in the centre square. So a chance here for SFL to move forward through Bailey Gordon. Bailey Gordon pumps this one out, trying to find a teammate. Comes off hands. Nice spoil at the back there. And a chance for the NTFA to clear. This is a kick by Burling. Trying to find a teammate in the centre in Petterwood. Petterwood, it beat him on that occasion. Chance for SFL. Kicks inside 50. Bailey Gordon, loose footy to be won. NTFA with a chance to clear it up. Handball over the top. Going to be hot. Coming through there was Golding. The NTFA have a chance to clear. Fletcher Bennett, the general back there. Handballs off. And trying to find Musica. Goes over his head. Trickling out of bounds. Still in. Gutwin picks it up. He's tackled immediately and tackled high. Gutwin will get the free kick on that occasion.
Need to be careful, NTFA. Don't want to give it away.
Don't want to give it away.
Musica, a bit of remonstrating there with Hooker. As Gutwin gets it short to McKenzie. Centre wing for the NTFA. We're doing well early days. Going towards the boundary line. And I think the mark has taken it.
Centimetre perfect there.
Isaac Thompson.
Yep.
Hillwood player now with Longford. Transferred to the Premier League this year, playing good footy after early injuries. Jacob Boyd, 45 kick, looking for Dean. Thumped away in front, though, by Declan Chugg. Diving in there was Tommy Graham. Got the handball out to Dean. Sets sail for goal. Evades the clasp there of, not sure who that was there, might have been Matthew Lee there for the NTFA. Through for a bind. They play on quickly the SFL.
So SFL, we've been playing here for almost 21 minutes. The NTFA by a goal. And the ball is coming out of the back line there for the SFL. Big ball down the wing in front of the interchange gates. Loose footy at the back. Leading in the race there was Ryan Shipp, and Ryan Shipp sees it out of bounds over on that far side. So it's on the far wing here at the NTCA Ground. Hello to our listeners on City Park Radio. You might be tuning in on the AFL Tas live stream. We've got a pretty good contest so far. NTFA 2-2-14 leading the SFL 1-2-8 into the 22nd minute of this first term. Boundary throwing. Comes over the back. There's been a whistle. Dean ended up with the ball, but whistle going South's way.
Meadows.
Through Meadows. So a ruck infringement there for Meadows as he pumps this one up towards the paint of 50. Oh, good grab by Boyd.
The intercept mark specialist there, Boyd, takes it, goes sideways. Gets it to the back pocket. So NTFA. Patient build up here. There's the kick from Charlesworth. Is long down the line. Tall timber down there, couldn't take it. Shark by Ricey, kicks inside 50 mark to Matthew Lee. And that's what he does. He can pop up right place, right time. We've seen it in the South Launceston attack so many times. And he's got the mark.
Yep, he's a noted goal kicker, Dave, for South Launceston.
He's indeed. So Matthew Lee, he's going for the long run up, right back near the centre circle's distance. But he'll deliver from around about the paint of 50, kicking to the southern end of the NTCA ground. Get some stats from Groobs in a moment. It's been a pretty even contest so far, but this would put the NTFA out by a couple of goals. In comes Matthew Lee, kicks, umpire barely moves. That's a goal to the NTFA and a goal to Matthew Lee. Great build-up from half-back by the NTFA boys, and they lead now by a couple of goals in this contest at the NTCA ground. Dave Gruber.
Hit out South SFL 9 to NTFA 10. Clearances SFL 10, NTFA 6. Inside 50s 11 for the SFL and 10 for NTFA. Free kicks 5 for the SFL and 7 for the NTFA.
Okay, very comprehensive. Thank you, David Gruber. So a lot of even stats there, but the NTFA have done better going forward at the moment. 5 scoring shots from their 10 entries. Matt Donaldson.
Yeah, I'll tell you about the Harry Charlesworth's kick, Dave. It's really set up that goal. We are back in the centre. We've been going 24 minutes here in the first term. Quick soccer off the ground there. That was Joby Harper. He's got involved in this first quarter. Loose footy at half forward here for the NTFA. Musica tries to burst his way through. He's tackled immediately. Umpire blows the whistle and says, give it to me. We will go again. 23 and a half minutes gone, first term. It's the NTFA by 2 goals. Ruxco Dean gets some height, gets the ball down. It's a loose footy inside 50 for the NTFA. Petterwood lays a tackle. Loose footy here for the SFL as they try to clear it out. It was the number 21 there in Meadows. Over the ball, handball back. SFL trying to have a late push here from half back. Still a loose footy to be won. Tackled immediately there. I think it's Petterwood. It is Petterwood, and he was tackled by Bealey.
James Bealey at half-back. He's transferred from Clarence to Lauderdale in recent years. Played for the state in the past. He's taking the mark there was Gapin, recovering from injury problems early in the season. Good thump away in there in defence. Josiah Burling, who's been everywhere in this first quarter. We saw him up forward, and now he's across half-back. Originally from the Launceston Footy Club. Played TSL there and playing some great footy now in Div 2 with Perth Magpies. Boundary throw in, far side. NTFA will be happy with this first quarter. They need to finish it off though. A few minutes to go yet. Front of the contest. Harper gets the handball back. Then there's Fletcher Hooker, being one of their best. Gets it back now to Gapin. Gapin, centering kick in the green direction. Tries to use his experience. Sweeping at the back though, there was Jacob Boyd. Big first quarter for him. Spots up Petterwood in the middle of the ground.
This is Petterwood, Ethan Petterwood from Scottsdale. Goes further down the line, trying to find Gutwin, and has. Good grab, good contested grab by Finn Gutwin there. Late in this first term, we're going 25 minutes. Short pass is on. Trying to find Hines, but it's been cut off there. Cut off by Donnelly, the vice-captain of the SFL. And they look to move this ball pretty quickly, knowing there's not much time left in this quarter. Oh, good. I wasn't paid that mark there. That was Connor Alexander took the diving mark, but not paid. Might have hit the deck. Inside 50 go SFL. Here is Jack Miller with a dangerous ball. A couple of players in pursuit. Green's one of them. Sweeping handball over the top. Finds Burling, and Burling with a chance to relieve there for the NTFA comes down the wing, and he's found a teammate there in the number 18, Oliver Chugg.
Chugg. Defensive side of the wing. Chips it up. Finds a teammate there in Symes. Tommy Symes kicks to half forward, sets it up though. Big task there for Petterwood. Gapin, who's been one of their best, charges away from the contest, gets it to the centre to Green. They go forward now through Nicholson, that was. Green using his skill there off the ground, only as far as Bennett. Sells some candy. Long handball to Burling. He'll be under pressure. He might have been caught with it. Got a handball away, said the umpire. Mopped up by Hyatt. He goes sideways and finds Boyd at right half back.
Jacob Boyd right in front of our commentary position here at the NTCA. Not long to go in this first term. 26 and a half minutes gone. It's the NTFA by 12 points. Good grab taken there by Harper. Harper has had a pretty good first quarter. Harper goes up towards half forward, trying to find Gutwin. Gutwin lays a bit of body pressure on. Bumped his opponent out of it. Couldn't quite get that footy. It's Gutwin and Petterwood underneath this. Here's Brody Palfreyman. Puts it on the boot, gets some distance. Where's Hines? There he is. Can't quite take the mark. Sweeping handball over the top there was from Brereton from the SFL. Loose footy to be won here, right on the paint of the defensive 50 for the SFL, and they're going to come away with it. Kick is good. Finds that player in Fletcher Hooker. He's got time to recover. Pick it up. Fletcher goes again. Or Hooker goes again, my apologies. It's Hooker underneath this pack. Brody Palfreyman's on top of it, and so is Burling. And we will have a ball up. And we've been going just over 27 minutes in this term.
Yeah, Fletcher Hooker, big first quarter. I reckon he's had about a dozen possessions already from the ruck contest. Out it comes. Musica, working hard. Goes out now to Meadows, but there's a whistle on play. We go back to Musica. Might have been held without it. So they can set up here the NTFA. Where does Musica go? He goes towards the pocket. Some tall timber there. Gee, I reckon that's almost a mark. It is to Gutwin.
That's a great mark.
Finn Gutwin. Don't worry about the tall timber. It was the small forward in front who took a strong overhead mark. Finn Gutwin playing with old Launcestonians. Spent some time with Bracknell and Launceston. It's a strong mark. So can he finish off his good work in front of the scoreboard here? About 30 metres out. Kicks towards goal. Falls a bit short. And there's...
Whistle?
Yeah, it's going to be blocking in the marking contest. And the kick comes out there from Theo Ives, ex-Northerner. And the SFL will clear.
So SFL chance to clear here. We're late in red time. 28 and a half minutes gone in this first term. And SFL have it right on the painted defensive 50, right in front of that the newer scoreboard. Long kick down the line. Players go up, comes off hands, and we'll have a boundary throw-in on that opposite wing. Starts the NTFA 3-2-20, leading the SFL 1-8. Almost 29 minutes gone. Quarter time would be pressing, Dave Moore. Any moment that siren's going to go, I would suggest.
Williamstown 9-8-62, lead the Devils 5-14-44. 8 minutes into the third quarter.
Boundary throw-in, out of side. Symes in the ruck, gets his hand to it. Palfreyman bursts through, throws it on the boot, but it's been cut off there by McHenry. It's a Beeling, sorry. Comes over the pack, good punch there. That was from Donnelly. Loose footy to be won here on the edge of the centre square wing side. Sweeping handball out. Only as far as Tom Graham, though. Graham is tackled immediately. And we will have a ball up on the centre wing, just in front of the one of the stands here at the NTCA Ground. In fact, there's a free kick given. Free kick holding the ball, I think perhaps does.
Yeah,
so free kick to SFL.
Fair enough.
And that one goes against Tom Graham. So a chance for a late push here for the SFL. Long kick down the line. Pack forms. Almost a mark there to Tom Symes. Symes, ball is right in front of us here. Sweeping handball out. Comes out the way of Ryan Shipp. Ryan Shipp gets a handball out. Loose footy to one. Musica. He takes it and takes that ball over the line. We'll have another boundary throw-in. We've been going 30 minutes, Dave.
We have indeed, and NTFA would be very happy with this start. There's no breeze here today whatsoever. It's a very calm day, so scoring can happen at both ends, as we saw in the women's game. Just joined us, it was the SFL in a thriller by 1 point in the previous game to take out the Interstate Series. From the boundary throw-in, Meadows front position, got the tap down, taken by Chugg. And that's the first quarter done and dusted here at the NTCA Ground. And it sees the NTFA leading by a dozen points, 3-2-20, leading the SFL 1-2-8. That quarter went 30 minutes and 24 seconds. Well, I mean, NTFA couldn't have dreamed of a better start.
Great start, and great game of footy as well, Dave. Started out that first 5 minutes, there was a lot of stoppages in those first five, but it opened up a little bit after that. I'll go with the goal kickers while Groves is quickly tallying up his stats there for the NTFA singles to Harper, Lee and Dean. And for the SFL, it's Fletcher Hooker with their goals. So NTFA leading 3-2-20, SFL 1-2-8. What have you got for us, Groves, on the stats?
Hit-out's pretty even, 12 to the SFL, 13 to the NTFA. Clearances went the SFL's way, 12-9. Inside 50s finished up even for the quarter at 14 apiece. Marks inside 50, just the two taken both by the NTFA. Intercept marks, SFL 4, NTFA 3, and free kicks 7 for the SFL and 8 for the NTFA.
And even touched on a lot of the stats. I think the NTFA backline were pretty impressive in that first quarter. Jacob Boyd, we might get some stats in a little while from the NTFA stats men, but he dominated across half back. Yep. Fletcher Bennett was fantastic. Bailey Gillow as well. So credit to that back line, because there's some pretty hot players up in that SFL forward line. We've got Josh Green, we've got Jack Miller, we've got Bryce Alome. So they kept a lot of those players quiet in that first quarter. And if SFL are going to get on top, they're going to need those goal kickers to pop up. So well done to the NTFA back line. I thought the SFL on-ball division was pretty good too. Hooker, Gapin, and Bailey Gordon, these sort of guys had a fair bit of it. So an even tussle. We'll take a break here on the AFL Tas live stream and on City Park Radio. We're back in a moment for our City Park Radio listeners. Welcome back to the NTCA Ground in Launceston. I'm Dave Moore with Matt Donaldson, Dave Gruber, Chris Sayer, boundary rider. We'll hear from in a moment. And at the quarter time here, it's the NTFA 3-2-20 leading the SFL 1-2-8. Just looking at the Devils here, 9-10-64 Williamstown. The Devils 7-14-56. They've kicked the last two goals about halfway through the third quarter there. So it's such a massive game for the Devils. And they can go a long way to making finals if they win that one, Matt.
Yeah, they certainly can. Great opportunity, and they're only trained by 8 points now, and we've got about a 15-minute mark of the third quarter. So really good opportunity. I
just hope that inaccurate kicking doesn't come back to bite.
Yeah, absolutely. 7-14 to 9-10.
The women's Devils earlier today in the VFLW went down by 14 points, but Williamstown are the top team. And gee, haven't the girls there in the VFLW improved?
Absolutely. Yeah, they sure have. Since that first game, and they've gone on and put some wins together, which is really important.
And the
just
score,
recapping the women's game. So we called the women's game for the live stream earlier today, and we saw an absolute thriller here. It was the SFL women by 1 point, one solitary point, 6-4-40, defeating the NTFA women 5-9-39.
The two medal winners?
Yeah, two medal winners for the NTFA. Their best on ground was Georgia Haberley. Congratulations, Georgia. We've seen quite a bit of her in the Launceston games. And for the SFL women, their best was Rhianna Davis. Rhianna Davis had a fantastic game, particularly in defence, and especially that last half was just sensational from her. So congratulations to Rhianna and Georgia.
Just got some stats through from the NTFA stats guys, Darren Lovell and Damien Donnelly. So that's the NTFA stats, so apologies to our southern listeners and viewers because we've only got access to those. But we talked about Boyd there in that first quarter. He had 8 possessions, 5 kicks amongst those. Joby Harper with 8, Bailey Gillow with 8. We identified those as good players. Fletcher Bennett, Josiah Burling was very impressive with 7, and Paul Freeman and Ben Height with 6. So quite a few possession winners there for the NTFA in that first quarter.
Yeah, well, it sort of confirms how we called it, Dave, which is always good from a commentary perspective. But certainly, Harper, we talked about him while we were off there. It had a really good start to the game. And we saw Poultryman doing what Poultryman does in the centre of the ground. We call a bit of him for his Launceston games. It was great to see, and Jacob Boyd getting in the footy as well. So, Boyd, Ryan Shipp was pretty good as well in defence. They really held up pretty well in defence in that first quarter.
I really liked the game of Declan Chugg for the SFL. I thought he was really good in that first quarter.
Max Gapin was one that caught my eye. He had a really good first term as well.
Fletcher Hook, I haven't got the SFL stats, but he probably the leading possession winner.
There, I reckon,
on the ground. Notice Riley McHenry in the middle there now. It's an ex-Northerner as well for the SFL. And he had a really bad injury early in the season, one of the pre-season games in the Devils squad. He cracked it for a Devils game just recently, so he's just on the edge there. So, as I said, these sort of players that are in that VFL squad, we've got a couple of injuries already with Menzies and Mitchell. A couple of opportunities today
opens up some opportunities,
to Dolliver and young Brereton. So, a good game today. Can thrust your name in front of those selectors, that's for sure. And just going back to that game, it's Williamstown 9-11-65. Leading the Devils 7-14-56. We'll keep you up to date with that. Chris Sayer, who's our boundary rider, where have you been at quarter time?
Yes, I went to the Northern Huddle. We're still talking to them, The Southerners have been ready for quite a few minutes now. They're finally breaking up. Mitch Thorpe wants them to avoid the corridor. He said that the Southerners are using the corridor a lot better in that quarter, and he wants the Northerners to keep the flanks even to the point of going backwards 45 degrees to choose the other flank to go up, but avoid going up through the middle because the Southerners have virtually control from centre half forward, centre half back line through the centre. He gave the Southerners a lot of credit in that quarter, and they've got their work cut out in the second quarter for the North.
Thanks, Chris. Just a little bit of instability there, a few people around Chris there, but thank you for that report there. At quarter time, yes, that's interesting. Going the flanks there.
Yeah,
I did notice a bit of that in the first quarter. We didn't see too many 45 switch kicks back to the middle of the ground from the NTFA. They're happy to work the flanks for sure.
And good point too there from Mitch via Chris about SFL really dominating the corridor. They looked really dangerous, didn't they? They looked to sort of spread from half back and really push it down the corridor.
Meadows versus Symes. The combatants, the first ball up here of the third quarter. Up they go. Meadows wins it beautifully down here to McHenry, who takes a bounce, steams out of the centre of the ground, puts the NTFA back line under pressure straight away. They spoil each other over the back, snap, and pushed as he kicked it there was the number 19 in Sam Green. And it'll be out of bounds on the full. Fletcher Bennett to take the relieving free kick as the ball was sailed into the cricket nets. Over to NTCA.
Good clearance though, good tap and clearance though. Geez, they looked dangerous there out of the centre, didn't they?
They did indeed. Over to you, Matt.
Fletcher Bennett in the right back pocket for the NTFA. He looks to run on and play on straight away and does that. Gets some territory down towards us. Goes the wing side. Comes off hands. Loose footy bursting through there was Hyatt. Ben Hyatt, quick handball off, but it's been turned over. Back inside 50 for SFL. Big punch to right there on the goal line. Dangerous footy here. And it's been trickled over for a rush behind.
Second involvement there from McHenry in the quarter, out of quiet first quarter, but he's had a couple of explosive efforts here already from fullback Jacob Boyd. 8 possessions first quarter. Goes wide over the back Symes, but front position Meadows takes a strong grab. Big Charlie. He said there's a play with a few clubs down south, Hobart, North Hobart, and now settled at Brighton. Playing good footy there. Kicks to the top of the square. Thumped away. And it's almost out of play. Is again, so they're just keeping it in there forward 50 at the moment. The SFL, they trail by 11 points.
Boundary throw in right next to the right behind post. So I'm looking down the ground here at the NTCA ground. We've been going a minute and a half in this second quarter. Dangerous ball here for the NTFA. Rucks go at it. Symes gets the front spot. Quick clearing kick was by Charlesworth. Gets it out of the immediate danger area. Here's Petterwood runs onto it. Gets onto his left and goes down the wing a little bit further, but the intercept mark has been taken by the SFL through Donnelly. Donnelly, the vice-captain, goes in towards the centre of the ground. He looked for that corridor. Tackled immediately there was the number 9.
Chugg.
It was Declan Chugg.
High fend-off, was it?
High fend-off. I think it might have been, high fend-off. So it is Finn Gutwin to take the free kick from the centre, and they do spread. They go to that outer side. Here's Tom Graham. Tom Graham has it on that outer wing just in front of the SFL interchange gates. Goes down the line, finds Hines. And Jane Hines takes a good mark on a lead. About 70 metres out. So Jaden Hines looks to go. Yeah, it's his first touch to Jaden
been
Hines.
quiet.
Goes to the pocket, goes through hands, Peterwood lurking, but it goes out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in NTFA's 50.
He kicked 10 last week. I reckon 8 of those were contested marks.
Yes, and in 2 bursts too. Like he kicked 4 in the second and 4 in the third.
Yep, and took one of the marks of the year.
Sure did.
So the boundary throw in right in front of the wet area over there. Good crowd in here at the NTCA Ground. Good venue to have it. Got that community feel. Good atmosphere. From the boundary throw in over the back. Hooker there. His handball was smothered. Contested footy. A lot of players around the contest. We're going to get a ball up right in front of the NTFA interchange area. See Mitch Thorpe over there prowling around, urging his players on. He was a bit disappointed with the first game up at Dial Park. They had their opportunities, but faded late. Out it comes now to the SFL's James Bealey. Kicks up blindly up the wing. Falls in the lap there of Bennett, who takes the mark for the NTFA.
Fletcher Bennett on that opposite wing there, right in front of the interchange gates. Goes long, gets up towards the paint of 50. Dean there got a hand to it, came off his hands. Picking up for SFL is Chug, Declan Chug. Gets a kick away, a high ball. Good grab. That's a great grab. And the number 6
just
there in
Burling.
Yeah,
great first quarter.
Great first quarter. So this is Burling.
The NTFA player getting up gingerly. Might be Boyd.
So Burling is currently with the Perth Footy Club here in Northern Tas. And looks to go now, he does. Goes long inside 50. Pack forms, comes off hands. Loose footy to be won. Quick hands, here's Hines. And the handball was smothered and goes out of bounds. We'll have another boundary throw in.
And after 2 dismal overcast days here in the north of Tasmania, I'm pleased to report for our radio listeners that the sun is shining, bathing the NTCA ground. Not an overly cold day, so perfect winter's day for this game of footy. We haven't had any rain here for a week or so. So the ground is nice and firm, or as firm as you could expect in July in Tassie. So credit to the curators here. Meadows wings the tap beautifully. Out they come through Gordon. His little kick. This is the target. Bennett's tackled from behind. They dive in. Burling's in there. Lays an egg on it, but it's going to be a ball up. So tight contest now at Williamstown. It's the 8 points of difference. 9-12-66 the Seagulls. The Devils 7-16-58. As a player tackled to a standstill. So this quarter starting a bit like the first, Matt, although we've got
a... Yeah, sure is. We've got a Ben Hyatt with the tackles, so holding the ball, so an opportunity here for the NTFA, but we did have a lot of stoppage play to start that first 5 minutes in the first quarter. Gets off the handball immediately through Boyd. Boyd pumps one inside 50. They go up, pack forms, loose footy here for SFL to clear, and they do that. Bursting through there was Golding. That was nice. Balked a couple of players and got a kick away down the wing. Loose footy to one. Comes out the way of the NTFA. It's Bennett with a kick forward, and he's found McKenzie. McKenzie gets this on straight away. That's Peterwood. Ethan Peterwood takes a nice grab right outside 50. Man on the marks, just right on the paint of 50. He goes up, Peterwood. Where's Hines? Pack forms. Good grab. Good intercept mark taken by the SFL as they look to spread here through Reeves. This is Reeves. Handballs over the top. He finds Donnelly. Donnelly, the vice-captain today for the SFL, goes down to the centre of the ground. Mark dropped initially, had time to recover, gets the handball off to Gordon. This is Bailey Gordon. Chips one down towards the green direction. Getting front spot there was Charlesworth, perfecting the spoil. McHenry tackled straight away. Chance for North to clear this out through Polfriman, gives the handball off to his teammate in Hyatt. Chance for North to reload here. Nice kick and finds the number between Tom Symes right on the paint.
Tom Symes, which Theo Ives, who took a really good intercept mark there before. The big fella. He's in the Devils squad as well. Symes, his debut for the NTFA, kicks in the Dean direction. Sport maybe there by Gutwin. It comes back towards Gutwin. They work hard there, the SFL player. And that was Theo Ives again. So we're going to get a ball up. So left half 40 for the NTFA. Symes against Green. Symes won it down to Hyatt. Handballs to Harper's under all sorts of pressure. Back to Hyatt, back to Harper. Kick straight away off the side of the boot. Chaos ball. 30 metres out from the NTFA goal. There's Donnelly, calm as you like. Steams out of the fence. Gets a handball to a teammate there in Nicholson. Nicholson goes wide in the green direction. He's been well held there by Charlesworth. Green, good recovery. Can't get the handball away effectively. Charlesworth over the top. Connects there with Tom Graham. They kick inside 50 now, the NTFA. Good transference. Is a whistle on play.
Might be a free kick to Dean, I reckon.
I think it is. Yep. Going against Theo Ives there. That's been a good battle. So Oliver Dean, who kicked one in the first quarter. Former teammates at North Launceston, Dean and Ives. It's coming back to Oliver Dean. Will start his run from about 55 out. So tough now. He goes the handball to Paul Freeman. He can kick goals like this from time to time. 40 metres out into the goal square. Sam Green couldn't quite take the mark. Gutwin's there. Oh, gee, a miracle shot by Gutwin. And he got slung and then kicked it as he got slung, but it threw for one behind. 3-3-21 NTFA, SFL 139. Some quick stats from you, Dave Gruber.
Inside 50s this quarter, SFL 4 and NTFA 7. Clearances 3 for the SFL, 2 for NTFA.
SFL coming out to the wing side, the broadcast side. Nice grab there by Golding. Had a bit of it this quarter. There's Edward Golding. Looks to find a teammate and does. Finds a short pass option. So SFL at half back here. We've gone 8.5 minutes in the second quarter. Kicks down the line there by Bailey Gordon. Gordon goes to the centre of the ground, trying to find Bealey. Loose footy to be won here. Bealey taps it backwards, finds Fletcher Hooker. Hooker with a short pass, finds a teammate and does. So chance for the SFL here as they build. Going inside 50, that's a long ball. Where's Green? Fletcher Bennett got the front spot on him. Fletcher Bennett, handball's off. He finds a teammate there in Connor Alexander and a chance for the NTFA to clear. Loose footy towards Palfreyman. Umpire says play on. Handball over the top. Fletcher Bennett gets it back. He handballs as well. Goes back and finds a teammate who pumps this ball down the wing and finds Oliver Dean on a nice lead. Nicely done. He was outnumbered there, Dean. To a good contested grab. That's the front spot. So Dean's got this one in front of the interchange gates.
50.
And there's been a 50. The umpire was signalling there, Dave. Is it encroachment on the mark or a player got too close? But Oliver Dean is the recipient of a 50-metre penalty that will bring him well inside the 50 metres.
Yeah, look, it's interesting that Ryan McHenry there, that long entry, and that's the game plan. It's just, let's get it in deep. We'll back in Josh Green, Miller, Alomes. But at the moment, the NTFA defence are just on top.
And they're holding up really well, aren't they? Fletcher Bennett was sort of instrumental in that piece of play. So Oliver Dean here, the recipient of the 50-metre penalty. Man on the mark will be about 30 metres out, directly in front. And Dean lines up. Oliver Dean playing at South Launceston. Comes in. Starts his approach. Dean goes with the right. It's looking good. It is a goal to Oliver Dean, so he kicks his second. And the NTFA skip away a little bit here. They've got 4-3-27 to 1-3-9.
Chris Say, you had a bit of a view of that 50-metre penalty.
Yes, it was encroachment. I see that on the television on the AFL. I still don't understand it, but it was on the mark, yes.
Thank you, Chris. So, NTFA scored the first goal, Matt, if I'm right in that. The second quarter, 10 minutes in.
10 minutes in.
They're just getting back, they're really looking to drive deep, the SFL. Riley McKendry, 3 entries now, but they've just got to hit targets. Maybe they need to lower the eyes a bit, get some players leading up, because that NTFA defence at the moment, well on top. As are the Devils now at Williamstown. They lead 71-66. Goal to Maddox Iverack as we're underway again. Green in the ruck now, gets the handball away. Kick inside 50 by Gapin. Spoil from behind over the shoulder, I reckon. They're going to play advantage as it's a shot for goal. Put it through. That's Jack Miller. That's what he can do, Jack Miller. Right place, right time. There was an over-the-shoulder free kick from the middle, and Jack Miller took his opportunity and kicked the goal as quickly as you like from that centre stoppage for the SFL.
He certainly did, Dave. Banoki superstar Jack Miller just pounced on it and made the most of the advantage. And again, we're talking about a clearance goal from the centre clearance. It was very, very quick. It was less than 20 seconds, and the SFL put their second on the board.
Now, not to raise the ire of our North Hobart fans, he's a North Hobart star.
Yes. Good work.
You might have read the list down the wrong way.
Yes, I did. I might have done there.
There you go.
Well, apologies to the North Hobart listeners.
He's must have been really on the verge of a Devils game this year a couple of times. Because he's a fine young player. Symes from the ruck. Gets the kick out, but marked there by Chug. Chug gets it back now. And kick inside 50 is good to Green. So Declan Chug there. Great foot skills. And that's what I said they need to do. They need to get a leading player because they're just bombing it and it's not working. And Josh Green, he's still got that speed off the mark. So Josh Green underneath the scoreboard. He's about 35 out. This will be 2 in a minute if he scores it, Matt.
It will be 2 centre clearance goals too.
Josh Green for goal. Umpire will say it's all good, I think, as the goalpost is shaking, but it's a goal to the SFL. And 2 clearances, 2 goals. And they're right back in this contest, Matt.
Yeah, it's back-to-back goals from centre clearances as well in the last sort of minute of play, though. So they've really stepped up the intensity. And as you mentioned, though, we're sort of getting out of the centre, clearing it, bombing away inside 50. But those last 2 entries have resulted in goals for the SFL as they bridge that gap. So it is the NTFA leading by 1 goal, 4-3-27. The SFL 3-3-21. 13 minutes gone in the second term. The SFL are on the march with a couple of back-to-back goals through Miller and through Green.
Umpires today, he umpires Anderson, Gregson and Forbes officiating.
Now Oliver Dean comes in the ruck. He gets this down to Palfreyman. Palfreyman handballs out. He's found a player there and ends up with McKenzie. McKenzie pumps it forward, finds Petterwood. This is better from the NTFA. Petterwood goes inside 50. Looking for Musica. He's got the front spot. A good spoil from behind. Running onto it, though, is Thompson. And it's gone out of play in that forward pocket. But that was some nice centre work there from the NTFA.
Just looking at the crowd, Matt, it's pretty impressive.
It is building up really
nicely. On the stream, you probably you obviously can't see the side we're on, but the stands here, well patronised, that's for sure.
We'll have a boundary throw-in just in front of the old scoreboard here at the NTCA Ground. Boundary throw-in. They're going 14 minutes, second term. Loose footy comes over the back. Socket off the ground by SFL trying to find some space, but only as far as Isaac Thompson. Thompson pumps it in, and he's found a teammate in Harper.
There's half a chance, Matt. There's half a chance.
He's a noted goal kicker, Joby Harper.
He's a bit older now, but I'm sure he's got it in him.
Pretty good first half as well, Joby Harper.
Yep.
Certainly been one of NTFA's best. Kicked the 1 goal in the first quarter. 1 goal, 1 at the moment, but he's a chance here, kicking to the northern end. Harper starts his approach. He'll kick from just inside 50. Does just that. Harper sends it on the way. Out to the right. Does get in from behind, though, so it's an additional behind to the NTFA.
4-4-28 NTFA, 3-3-21 to the SFL. Quick release from fullback. Finds McHenry, who's lifted in this quarter. Asked to play on now, which was interesting. I didn't think he went off the mark. Now he's caught with a footy. Now it's contested. Musica lays the tackle. They work it out of fence here through Donnelly. Gets it back to Suki. Move it wide here. Sam Green, gee, that was a good bump there from Burling. It was right in front of us.
It was a solid bump.
He gets a few high fives from his teammates there, Josiah Burling. So we've got a boundary throw in, 60 metres around from the NTFA goal. Got to answer the challenge here. SFL 2 goals in a minute. Work back into this. Got some sort of alarm going off. Hope it's not a fire alarm.
Not a fire alarm. There is an alarm going off behind us, Dave. We've been going 15 and a half minutes in the second term. We'll have another ball up just in front of us. Dean in the ruck for the NTFA. Low ball. Gets his hand to it. Bursting through there is Harper again. Here's Petterwood giving a handball off to Palfreyman. Palfreyman goes towards goal. Palfreyman just faded to the right. So behind there for Brody Palfreyman. That's some nice work. SFL with a chance to clear. Quick kick out has found Nicholas Steele. Here's Nick Steele in the back pocket. He goes backwards to a teammate as they look to build and go around the open side of the ground. A short pass there from Waller. Aidan Waller has found a teammate. And he's found a teammate in Donnelly who goes forward again. And it's with South there still at the moment on that outer side.
Still got that mysterious alarm. It's stopped now. That's good.
Stopped.
I was hoping we didn't have to evacuate.
Absolutely, Dave. Short ball in the centre of the ground is good. Found a teammate there in Waller. This is Aidan Waller. And he's marked. And it's 50 metres, I would say, Dave.
So
it was a bit late. There was some late contact.
Aidan Waller, one of the guys from Brighton who have really improved this year. They've won a game. They've also been close in a couple of others.
Oh, yeah. It was Zach Reisig, just to be a bit of a late bump, which has resulted in the 50-metre penalty.
Waller approaches the man on the mark, gets good purchase on the kick. Gee, that's a nice kick, Aidan Waller. That's a goal for the SFL. That's 3 in a row. And they're drawn within 2 points here of the NTFA in quarter number 2. 17 minutes in. It's a 2-point margin. And game on, Matt.
It is game on. Playing with Brighton, Aidan Waller. So he pops one through, recipient of a 50-metre penalty, and popped the goal through. We've been playing 7.5 minutes in the second term, and the SFL bridged that gap. So NTFA leading by 2 points, 4-5-29 to the SFL 4-3-27.
Gribbs, some stats updates.
Inside 50s, SFL 7, NTFA 11, clearances even 5 apiece, hit-outs 5 for the NTFA, 4 for SFL.
Back in the middle. And from the hit out, taken by McKenzie, shrugs a tackle. John McKenzie from Old Scotch goes inside 50. Good spoil from behind there. That was Theo Ives. Now they'll rebound footy through McHenry. Feigns the handball, takes a couple of bounces through the NTCA ground. Kicks forward, bad bounce for Green. Falls over the back to Alexander for the NTFA. He goes wide here looking for Hines. Chance now, Hooker. Launches on goal and misses. In fact, that was the number 11 there in Bailey Gordon, beg your pardon. So Bailey Gordon one behind there for the SFL. In fact, it was out of bounds on the full. So Alexander for Longford will take a free kick deep in the back pocket.
So this is Alexander to take this kick. And he does just that. Gets a little bit of distance and then goes outside 50, outside the dangerous area. Oh, good grab there. I think it has been paid. It has to SFL. So right on the opposite side of the ground there, in front of the interchange gate. It's going to be pumped back inside 50. Comes over the back. There's a whistle. And it's a free kick to the SFL. I think it might have been a hold there, Dave. And it's going to be a free kick to the number 19.
Sam Green.
Sam Green.
He's been pretty good so far,
yeah,
Sam.
He has, yeah.
He's had an injury-interrupted career. Now Sam Green, he's fought his way back pretty well. Boy from Clarence.
So Sam Green, been going almost 20 minutes, so about to tick into red time here in the second quarter. A chance to give the SFL a lead.
Oh, different alarm now, Matt.
Sam Green, we've got an alarm here in the commentary box. Meanwhile, Sam Green has a shot for goal. It goes right over the goal umpire's hat there, and Sam Green has opened his account. He's kicked a goal, and the SFL have hit the front, getting close towards half-time.
We've had the one beep alarm, now we've got the two beep alarm. So, anyway, we'll let the powers that be deal with that.
Yes.
If we disappear quickly, you'll know why. There's no smell of smoke, so I think we're pretty safe. Anyway, getting back to the footy, 5-3-33 SFL, NTFA 4-5-29. And they've really turned it on, Matt, in the last 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, they sure have. They've lifted the intensity. That ball movement's been really good, really deliberate, and they're using the corridor really well, the SFL, as Mitch Thorpe pointed out at quarter time to the NTFA, but they look dangerous through the corridor, the SFL.
Dean against Green. One down by Dean towards Polfreeman, tackled by Chug. No free kick, contested ball. Paul Freeman there gets it from Harper, tackled to a standstill. We'll have another ball up, just to the side of the centre circles.
We will do. Ball up here. 20.5 minutes gone, third turn. Ball goes up. Collected initially by the 19 in Sam Green. And there's been a free kick given. Going to Green. So Green, short pass is on. And he's found a teammate. And they look to pump this one forward through the number 9 in Declan Chug. Chug goes long. Oh, good intercept mark taken there by the number 6 in Burling. Burling, kick was partially smothered, but a chance to repel now through Bennett. Fletcher Bennett, he's got a teammate on in Ryan Ship. Ryan Ship, he's got this one. The left back pocket for the NTFA. Ship goes long, down the wing. Pack converges, comes off hands. Dean was up, comes out. Petterwood pumps this one up inside 50. Open forward line for the NTFA.
Oh, great
and
mark.
good grab. That was Ben Hyatt. So Ben Hyatt takes the mark on the paint of 50, right in front of the can bar. Goes with a centering ball. Intercept mark spilt. Loose footy. About 30 out of the NTFA's goal. And we will have a ball up. We've been going almost 22 minutes. Ball up here, about 30 metres out from the NTFA's goal. Here's Dave Moore.
Apologies for the alarm. We're told that it'll be off in a minute. There's Harper. No, it's against Harper. Shepherding the ruck contest. So they'll clear out here from fullback. They lead now by 4 points. They've kicked the last 4 goals in this contest. Squaring kick now to Suki. He goes short. Mark in the back pocket by Goulding. Long kick up the line. Close to the boundary line. Was that touched? It might be still in play. It is touched now, I think. And it's out of play. So boundary throw in centre wing. It's a 5-point margin at Williamstown. The Devils 9-18. Lead Williamstown 9-13. 3 minutes into the last quarter.
We'll have a boundary throw in. Almost 23 minutes gone in the second quarter. Approaching half time. Rucks go out at Green versus Dean in this one again. It comes down initially. Musica has swooped on this, and he's got it, chips it down the line a little bit further, trying to find a teammate there in Symes, but it goes out of bounds. And was there a touch on it? Is it a lasso?
Close to the border of the 50-metre line.
And the umpires are just conferring, and they're going to say, give it to me. I think we're going to have a throw-in.
Yep.
Yes, we will. The umpires are just conferring over there. Yep. And I think we'll go the throw in. And so Ethan Petterwood there directing a bit of traffic.
Oh, that's bliss. The alarm has
the
been
alarm
turned off.
has been turned off.
The second time.
No, okay. It is a lasso free kick. So South's way, SFL, with a chance to bring this over on the open side of the ground. Comes across right in front of us. Good grab taken there by Donnelly. Donnelly, vice-captain. He's had a bit of it in this quarter. Looks to play on and go, he does. Gets on the right, sends this one down the line. Oh, good smother there. That was the number 13 in Ryan Shipp. Sees this one over the line for a boundary throw-in.
And, Matt, the SFL defence have got right on top this quarter.
Yeah.
And they've got some good players back there. Ives, Suki, Donnelly, etc.
Yes.
Got Golding, so they've really got on top.
Sure have. Suki was their best on ground in the last representative game.
So NTFA, what was their score at quarter time? It was
3-2-20.
So they've kicked one goal, 1-3, yep. So 4 goals, 1. And SFL have hit the front. Still an even contest, though. Long way to go. Harper with the tap out. Smack forward there by McHenry. Trying to run on it there was Bealey. Ricochet's now out towards McKenzie. Kicks towards half forward. Oliver Dean lopes after it. Donnelly's on his back. Lays the tackle. Oliver Dean wasn't getting out of that one. But he's happy to see a stoppage. And it's about 60 metres out from the NTFA's goal. Inside 50s this quarter, groups.
10-13 NTFA's way.
Okay, so they've had the 13 entries for the 1 goal. So, good work there from Gordon to Hooker. Handball over the top. Connects there nicely with the number 22 and Nicholson. Over the top. Chance now. Here's Gapin. He's just pushed as he kicks it. Fades away. And it gives the chance for the defence there in Charlesworth to take the mark. It's been a great battle against Green.
Yeah,
he's done a pretty good job, Matt.
He sure has. Got the front spot on that occasion and took the mark. Plays on. Goes down the line, trying to find teammate in Palfreyman, and he does. Brody Palfreyman takes a good grab. So we're over on that far side, just in front of the interchange gates for the SFL. It's Brody Palfreyman. We've been going almost 26 minutes in the second term. And he finds a short target, and he does so and finds in Tom Graham. So Tom Graham, South Launceston Football Club, he's got it. Still in front of the interchange gates. This is a longer kick coming up now. So Graham goes towards sort of the half-forward flank. Loose footy at the back. Swooped upon by Brereton. Brereton gets around a few. Handballs out, finds Gapin. Gee, he's been pretty good today too.
Yes.
Gapin finds a short pass option in the centre of the ground. Sweeping handball comes out to the side here in Bealey. Bealey gets it inside 50. Green takes the mark. So some good ball movement across the half-back, Dave. Really quick and slick. Used the corridor well.
That's what Mitch Thorpe said. They didn't want the SFL to take charge of the corridor. You got skillful players involved there, such as Reeves and also Gapin. And if you get Green on that lead, as I said, despite his advancing years, he has got that pace off the lead and the smarts. He knows where to lead to. So Green for goal, right in front. Josh Green, former Brisbane and Essendon champion. I wrapped him up, and he's missed off to the left for one behind. 5-4-34 the SFL. NTFA 4-5-29. Short kick out of defence ends up with Boyd. Jacob Boyd deep in the back pocket. SFL set up pretty well here. May have to go the long down the line kick. Plays on now, and he does so. Looking for a target over there in Symes. Got his hands to it, couldn't quite complete the grab. A lot of players around the contest. There's a quick kick out. NTFA's way. But, chopping it off is Theo Ives. Ives switches play. Works it well now to the near side. And taking the mark there is the number 26 in Will Clifford.
Clifford goes long and down the ground. Oh, that's a nice spoil there. It was Burling getting across, doing the Superman dive to get that ball out of bounds on the wing on the broadcast side. So we've almost approached the 28th minute here at the NTCA Ground. So half-time looming. And it is the SFL leading 5-4-34, NTFA 4-5-29. Boundary throw-in. Symes in the ruck on this occasion, up against Meadows. Meadows gets the front spot and gets the tap. Loose footy to be won. Sweeping handball there was from Chug. They get this inside 50 again, SFL. And there's been a mark taken. Now, I think that's Green.
It was Will Clifford with the assist.
Yeah.
With the number 26 there. He's changed his number, which has mucked us up all day.
Has too, yeah. It's 35. That's a Loams. My apologies.
It's Loams, yeah.
That's a Loams who's taken that grab.
He's been very quiet and well held. But
yeah.
This was the fear with the SFL forward line, is that are you going to be able to keep down Green, Miller, Alomes, etc. all day?
For a whole game. That's
this
exactly
is a challenge
right,
for the NTFA.
It sure is. So Bryce Alomes lining up. He'll kick from just inside 50. Approaching half-time. Alomes goes with the right, starts the approach, sends it goalward. And it makes it. It is a goal. So Bryce Alomes, he opens his account for the day. Noted goal kicker as well in the south, and opens their account, and that's the SFL. I'm just waiting for the scoreboard to click back over, Dave. I think they've hit the lead, haven't they? The SFL.
No, they've
extended the lead. My apologies. 6-4-40, NTFA 4-5-29, and we've gone 29 minutes in the second quarter.
Yeah, so I think that's, what's that, 5 goals in a row?
Yeah, it is. It's 5 goals this quarter.
5 goals this quarter, yep.
So NTFA have kicked 1 goal 3, and SFL have kicked 5 goals 2 in this quarter.
Just need that half-time siren, the NTFA.
Yeah,
still regroup.
Yep.
Still in this game, it's only a couple of goals in it. But the momentum at the moment is with the Southerners. Winning the tap there was Symes. The front of the contest, McHenry. Handball over the top. Meadows. Cute little tap back to McHenry. He's had a big second quarter. Kicks long, deep. 1-on-1, Alomes. Good spoil from behind. Chance now Green on his wrong side. Back to Green. Sam Green. Oh! Sam Green has kicked the goal of the day. Is it touched?
Touch ball. I was with you, Dave. I thought it was a goal.
Okay.
Yeah, touch footy. The umpire was all over it.
Well done.
So
it well.
It was Green. Sam Green adds to his tally with the behind.
6-6-42 plays 4-5-29. Or did they get that behind up before was it 6-5 groups?
6-5.
6-5, yep. 6-5-41 SFL. NTFA 4-5-29. Matt Donaldson.
NTFA bring this ball back in, and we will have a... Oh, there we go. It's gone down the wing. My apologies. There we go. Right. Back on it. It's been a good grab there by the SFL. Symes was in the front space. Gives off a quick handball. Inside 50. Here's a chance. Gutwin was up there. Comes off his hands. Sweeping handball over the top. Here's Hines. Jaden Hines with a centering ball. Plenty of the SFL jumpers and bursting through there. That's a magnificent effort, bursting through out of defence. It sends this one back down the corridor. I think it was the 26, wasn't it,
Yep,
David? That bursted through, Will Clifford was magnificent and just put the afterburners and burn everyone off away. It's with the NTFA on the wing here. Fletcher Bennett, short pass. He's going to find Ryan Shipp. Ryan Shipp looks to move this ball on, goes towards Musica, and gets hands to it. Good spoil. And sees it out of play. The spoil came from Bealey.
Yeah, Bealey, one of the best defenders in the state. And he hasn't had a lot of possession today, but everything he does is really good. Said moved from Clarence to Lauderdale in recent years. We've got a boundary throw in. Close on half-time, 31 minutes gone. We're going to catch up with the president of the SFL at half-time, David O'Byrne, for a bit of a chat. So stay with us during the half-time break. We've got a holding free kick on the ruck contest. It's going to go to Symes against Meadows. Now Symes, he's a long way out. Short kick is pretty good. Hits Hines on the chest. So the big fella there, showing his good kicking skills. And a little bit of space there Hines led into. It had to be centimetre perfect, to coin a phrase, and it was. And Jaden Hines, and a big kick in the context of this game.
Sure, good from Symes, Dave. Just went really quickly, didn't he? Didn't hesitate. Knows the situation because there's almost 32 minutes gone this quarter. Half-time approaching, and wouldn't this be a handy one for the NTFA?
10 goals last week in the game against Scottsdale, at Scottsdale. And he's about 40 out, slight angle, kick into the northern end. Jaden Hines sets it on its way. Umpire has to work a little bit. I think it's snuck in.
Yeah, he likes it.
It has. It's a goal to Jaden Hines. And the siren has sounded.
right on half-time as well.
What a big kick. So a valuable goal to the NTFA as things were starting to slip away a little bit, but they've narrowed it to just a one-kick game at half-time. I'm sure they would have taken that earlier on today if told that was going to be the situation. 6-5-41 the SFL. NTFA 5-5-35. That quarter went 32 minutes and 22 seconds. Jaden Hines first of the day. As the boys are furiously writing things down. I'll get you first, Matt, with the goal kickers,
please.
please.
Sure can. So that half-time score, SFL leaves 6-5-41. I'll take you through the goal kickers. We've got all singles. Fletcher Hooker, Jack Miller, Josh Green, Aidan Waller, Sam Green and Bryce Loams. And for the NTFA, we've got 5 goals, 5-35. And their goal kickers, Oliver Dean's kicked 2. Matthew Lee's kicked 1. Jaden Hines has got 1. And Joby Harper has got 1. And so they're our goal kickers for the NTFA as the SFL lead by 6 points at half-time. Groups, just some stats from you.
Hit-outs to half-time, SFL 20, NTFA 22. Clearances, SFL 20, NTFA 17. Inside 50s, SFL 28, NTFA 29. Marks inside 50, SFL 3, NTFA 5. Intercept marks, SFL 10, NTFA 8. And free kicks, 11 for the SFL and 17 for the NTFA.
Just an incredibly even set of statistics. Look at those inside 50s. 29 NTFA, 28 SFL. We've got a goal of the difference on the scoreboard. But the NTFA had the best of the first quarter. I reckon the SFL had the best of that second quarter, especially from about the 10-minute mark onwards.
And particularly from centre clearance too, Dave. They just look so dangerous in getting that down there where... looking pretty good. Charlie Mellows in the ruck, getting it down, and just a really quick kick out of the centre corridor, getting it in quickly, and hitting out a target. Josh Green marking on a lead was really handy. He also had some goals there from Miller, Green, Waller, Green, and Loams all gold in that second quarter.
That's right, and their forward line started to click, and the entries were pretty good, so... But I'll tell you what, the NTFA, it's going to be a real test from the second half, but they're right in this game. They trail 5-5-35 to 6-5-41. We'll take a break here on City Park Radio and the live stream. When we come back, we'll have our half-time guest, hopefully, David O'Byrne. I can't see him yet.
I did see him walk past. I think he's on the way, Dave.
That's good. So we're back in a moment here on City Park Radio and the AFL live stream.
50 again, SFL, and there's been a mark taken. Now, I think it's Green. Approaching half-time, Loams goes with the right, starts the approach, sends it goalward, and it makes it. It is a goal. So
strong, deep, one-on-one, Loams. Good spoil from behind. Chance now, Green on his wrong side. Back to Green, Sam Green. Oh, what a goal! Sam Green has kicked the goal of the day. Is it touched?
It's touched.
Against Meadows. Now Symes, he's a long way out. Short kick is pretty good. Hits Hines on the chest. So the big fella there, kicking to the northern end. Jaden Hines sets it on its way. Umpire has to work a little bit. I think it snuck in.
Yeah, he likes it.
It has. It's a goal to Jaden Hines. Welcome back to our coverage here of the NTFA versus SFL game. I'm Dave Moore. Matt Donaldson's just popped out for a moment. Our half-time guest hasn't arrived yet, which is always a bit awkward, especially when we haven't got any other games much around to talk about. But we do have the game going on at the moment, groups, at Williamstown. And at the moment, it's Williamstown it's the Devils 10-20-80, leading Williamstown 9-14-68. So a 2-goal lead there at the moment for the Devils. And goal kickers there for the Devils, 2 to Aidan Begg, 1 each to Brandon Leary, Maddox Overack, Lachlan Hay, Jed Hagan, Harry Elmer, Jack Dolliver in his debut, Hugh Dixon and Zach Adams. So quite a few single goal kickers there, groups. Well, I'll turn you on there.
Might have left themselves a bit of work to do with that bit of inaccurate kicking earlier. But
Absolutely.
Anyway, hopefully they can hang on now and get the job done.
Yeah, certainly. So half-time score here, 6-5-41 the SFL, NTFA 5-5-35. Just repeating those goal kickers. It's Joby Harper with 2 for the NTFA, 1 each to Finn Gutwin, Brady Polferman and Oliver Dean. And for the SFL, Josh Green with 2. Start that again. I'd read the behinds then. So let's go that again. NTFA goal kickers, Oliver Dean with 2, Matthew Lee 1, Jaden Hines 2, Joby Harper 1. And then the goals for the SFL, 1 each to Fletcher Hooker, Jack Miller, Josh Green, Aidan Waller, Sam Green and Bryce Lomes. Okay, Matt, we couldn't find
we haven't
David
found
O'Byrne.
David O'Byrne as yet, but he'll be joining us hopefully at
some stage during half-time
break.
I did
for
remind
a
him
quick
before the
chat.
game, so hopefully he's probably just caught up, but they've probably got functions and things on. But looking at the game at half-time, Matt, we're looking at the NTFA having the better of that first quarter, there's no doubt about it. The test run will be into this second half. They've kept a lot of the stars for the SFL forward line, especially quiet.
Yep.
They've started to raise their heads a bit. But, we talk about the challenge of some of the Division 1 guys who haven't played at the high level for a little while. But some of them have been really impressive. Look, a guy like John McKenzie, who's been around in Tassie footy now for a long time. And good on him for taking up the challenge.
Oh, absolutely. Great.
I mean, he's been contacted by Mitch Thorpe and been part of the squad. And, he could just go into retirement and play some easier footy. But he's decided to test himself at this level, which is great.
And take up that challenge, which is great, Dave. I think Tom Symes from Hillwood, he's been pretty impressive in the run.
Really good. That kick at the end there to Jaden Hines, that was for a big fella. He had to be really pinpointed, so that's been pretty good.
And lots of things at play there. We knew there wasn't much time left in the quarter as well, but he just didn't hesitate to get a short pass into Jaden Hines, which was great. Joby Harper been really impressed with his game, playing for St Pat's. He's got 1 goal too.
His standards never lower. Like he's been, a lead. He's played footy for a long time. He played VFL level. He's been a terrific player for a long period of time. So terrific work there from Joby. Some of the better players for the SFL. I thought Riley McHenry in that second quarter really lifted his game. James Bealey's had a solid game right through. That back line really got on top there with Ben Donnelly and Tane Suki, 2 of the best tall defenders in the state. They've been terrific. Edward Golding also. So, terrific work there from the SFL. We've spotted David O'Byrne and we're trying to just lure him over. So, Chris, if you're listening back in the studio, we've got Peter Gutwin here as well. So we might put Peter on because our SFL president stood us up a bit. So, Peter, you're going to have to step in. If he gets back, we'll get him on as well. So, good afternoon, Peter Gutwin. We've got John now. There you go.
There we go. Great to be here. It's not a bad game of footy.
Great game of footy. I mean, we just talked about that SFL forward line in the first quarter. They were starved of opportunities, but they got on top a little bit towards the end. But the NTFA defence has been terrific.
Look, the defence has been fantastic. We've got to start taking a few more out of the centre. We're not quite doing the work that we want there. But overall, it's pleasing. This is tight, and anyone can win it.
Absolutely. And look, good crowd in. Isn't it great to see the community get behind the footy here?
Look, I must admit, we tossed around with the UTAS redevelopment, whether we'd play there. But I think bringing it out here to the NTCA, it's a cracker of ground. It's a beauty, and there's real atmosphere here. That's
right. A crowd this size can get lost a bit in a 20,000 seat stadium, can't they? And you get that closeness to the play and that great atmosphere.
Yeah, look, it's great. Look, to have 20,000 seats, a great thing, but not one of them cheers. And so, to have a crowd like this, it's fantastic. And I noticed David's joined us.
Yeah, no, we had to chase him across the ground because he forgot.
I was just doing a ground inspection to make sure it's okay. My history at the NTCA is I would either bat or bowl first on this, so this is good to see.
Now, this is great. I think we've got the 2 presidents here. Has this happened before?
We have been in the same room before. Not often, but once or twice.
Not on an interview. So
seconds out, and away we go. That's right.
How you seen the game, Dave?
Oh, mate, it's brilliant, really. It's a really good, hard. This is obviously a smaller ground than what we would have expected at York Park, but you can see the passion and the drive in the players, and so it's a real arm wrestle. There's some fantastic skills on display, some hard hits. I think the bottom end's probably the goal-kicking end, and let's see how this third quarter goes. I think it'll be pretty crucial. But I think it's a fantastic demonstration of really quality footy.
And as an ex-Northerner, you'd know the history of this ground. It's you remember first-class cricket here, and it's a beautiful place to play footy or cricket, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I played a fair bit of cricket here for Old Scotch. In fact, the SFL are in the old Scotch rooms, which I think there was an incident with Ian Botham and Dennis Lilly.
Yes, famous incident, yeah.
And so, and I played a couple of under-19 statewide league games here for South Launceston against Sandy Bay and a few of the southern clubs. But this is a cracking ground, and it does bring back a bit of memory. I've sent some photos to the family members to say we're back at the Heartland, so it's good, very good.
And guys, what about the women's series? First you, Pete. Like the 3 games have been terrific. 1-point results, unfortunately for your women there. But what a great series that's been.
Look, as I said to all of the girls at the post-match function, there has to be a winner, there has to be a loser, but it's an old cliche, but today football was the winner in terms of women's football. The standard of the game has increased dramatically, and I think that women's football in Tasmania is in really good shape moving forward.
Yeah, I think the skills that we've seen developing over the last 4 or 5 years were really on display today. I think the fact that between all of the 3 regions there really was a kick or 2 between each game, and I think that showed again today, and the run and spread, the skills, the commitment and passion, and full credit to the NTFA girls. The women really put in hard, and that they took it to us in the first half, and I was really proud of our southern players who really sort of stepped up and responded, and you could hear the crowd engage. And the great thing about that game was the crowd were really engaged right to the last second. And I do feel for Colo and his team, like 2 1-point losses is pretty hard, but that's the kind of moment where next year they'll build on it, they'll remember it, and it's a part of the story, really, isn't it?
Now, Peter, announcement in recent times that you're extending the Premier Division to 8 teams. Would you like to talk to our viewers and listeners about that?
Yeah, well, look, we took the view that what we needed were 14 clubs to step up and broaden and strengthen the Premier League. And look, to be frank, the feedback has been fantastic. Old Scotch and St Pat's put forward fantastic submissions. They've got great governance within the clubs themselves, and we've given them a 20-month runway to get ready for Premier League in 2028. So they've got their plans, and we'll work with them on those plans. But I think the Premier League in 28 is going to be a really worthwhile, close, competitive league for spectators, and importantly, a great competition to play in if you're a player.
And Dave, from your point of view, I noticed your results last week in the Premier League. They were all 10-point margins or fewer.
That's
so
right.
Are you looking at going in that direction, or are you happy just to sit on the 6 teams for the moment?
Well, I think at this stage we're probably happy to sit on the 6 teams. When the move to regional football occurred, a number of clubs were thinking about what is the structure of football, and Peter does have the benefit up here in the north of having all of the clubs in the sort of the north and northeast region under his banner. We don't have that with the Old Scholars in Hobart, but I suppose we're probably more impacted by the VFL program than up here in the north, because players are moving in and out, and we know that landscape changes again in 2028 when the AFL and AFLW teams occur. So our view is that we want to have a high standard of football. We want to be as close as we can possibly get to a VFL standard, and we've got a bit of a way to go, I reckon, in terms of that. And then once we know what the new sort of landscape looks like in 28 and beyond, we'll probably make some decisions about expansion. But I'll look, all full credit to Pete. He obviously, and the NTFA, had to wear the brunt of the biggest part of the change and the biggest sort of dislocation to the game, and responding that first year was pretty tough, and full credit to the NTFA. And at the end of the day, my view is that all leagues must have a purpose. So what is the purpose of the Premier League in the south and the north, and obviously on the coast? And if there's a purpose to it, if the clubs are connected to their community, they're building pathways for young kids to, not everyone obviously will get to the elite level, but as long as they're enjoying the game, they represent their community, there's passion for the game, there's more involvement, more numbers, more volunteers, then everyone wins.
And Pete, looking at the Premier League here, I was at Scottsdale against Launceston last week, and it was a 10-goal margin. So last year that was around 200. So that gap is narrowing, and those clubs like Deloraine and Scottsdale are starting to just get it that little bit better.
Look, they are, and look, if there were a mistake made in terms of the establishment of the Premier League last year, was that we didn't provide a long enough runway for Deloraine and Scottsdale. There is no doubt at Premier League the players are 15 to 20% fitter than what they are at Div 1 and Div 2. And what you can see is Deloraine and Scottsdale now, with the commitment that they've been making, that their players have lifted, they've got fitter. You put 18 players on the park and all of them can mark, all of them can kick, all of them can handball. The one thing that you can absolutely determine is your fitness level. And what we're seeing is the commitment from those clubs. They're both well led, Deloraine and Scottsdale, and I think they'll have a bright future. The opportunity, though, will be in a broadened Premier League in 28 to bring in clubs like Old Scotch and St Pat's, and that'll bring a different flavour and element to the competition. And I think it'll really increase the amount of eyeballs that are looking at it. But I do want to make just one last point, and David touched on it in terms of sitting below the VFL level. The thing about Premier League, and what we've got to understand, both in terms of the women's game and the men's game, is with second-tier football now in Tasmania and top-tier coming in 28, players in Premier League are 4 to 5 really good games away from getting a call up and dropped into a squad. Their life can change overnight, and I think that's the benefit, that aspirational opportunity that we're providing now with the setup of football in the state.
David, finally from you, how excited are you about the footy landscape in the next couple of years?
Well, I mean, you just got to love the game, and I must admit, it's when I took over at president of the SFL, the dream of the AFL was flickering, but it wasn't confirmed. And once we were given that licence, the passion, the kids wearing the Devils tops, and more people around clubs, and Auskick, and the excitement around football, the cloud that was over us for many years, where every family had to say, well, you have to leave to do anything. To do anything in footy, well, you don't have to now. And I was in Melbourne this week, and the passion and the excitement about the Tassie Devils and what they're going to bring to footy. This is the best news story in Australian football, and Tasmania's at the heart of it, and that means more kids wanting to play the game, and I'm super excited about it.
Great note to finish on. Boys, may the best team win in the second half.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will. Thank you.
Thanks there to David O'Byrne and Peter Gutman, the presidents of the SFL and NTFA, respectively. Chris, we might just have a 30-second break on City Park Radio and get ready for the second half. Welcome back here to NTCA Ground. Great chat there to Peter Gutman and David O'Byrne. Hope you enjoyed that, the two presidents there at half-time.
Yeah, nicely done, Dave.
We had to chase David across the oval.
We did, but we got both the presidents on here together at half-time, which is fantastic.
31 minutes gone at Williamstown, and scores are level. Williamstown have scored a goal, so it's 11-20-86 to 12-14-86. Oh dear, I hope the Devils aren't going to lose another close one. We'll keep an eye on that one. But we're focused now here at the NTFA versus the SFL, and it's the SFL leading by 6 points at half-time. You listen to City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5, and via the AFL Tas live stream. Take us away, Matt Donaldson.
Certainly can. Thanks, Dave. Rucks go at it. Oliver Dean is in the ruck. He gets the tap down. Punched forward there by SFL's ruckman in Meadows. And there's been a whistle. Free kick going towards the south. So the SFL will get this first clearance out of the centre. Pumps this one inside 50. Where's Green lurking at the front of this pack? Rucks go at it. High ball comes to the ground. Umpire comes in and says, give it to me. We will go again with a ball up. We're going 30 seconds in this third term. And it's going to be a 19 there in Green to take the ruck work here. Dean gets up high, gets a fist away. Loose footy. It was Tom Graham that got a boot to it. Sweeping ball inboard for the SFL. Loose footy to be won here. There's an NTFA player underneath that pack. Umpire blows the whistle again, says give it to me. We will go again. And it was the number 6 there in Josiah Burling. We go again. Dean gets the tap down on this occasion. Quick kick out there. And it's kicked back in from the SFL. Loose footy. About 20 metres out of the goal for SFL. Player tackled. Ball spilt free. Chance on goal here through Fletcher Hooker. Fletcher Hooker's popped it through for the SFL.
Yeah, great first quarter from Fletcher Hooker. And he's fired it up at the start of this third quarter with a good snap goal. The first entry from the SFL.
He certainly has, and he's kicked his second though. So he kicked one in the first, one in the third. So 2 goals, 1 to Fletcher Hooker.
32 minutes gone, still scores. In fact, Williamstown have kicked a goal at the 33-minute mark, so they've hit the front by 6 points. So hopefully not another heartbreak there for the Devils. We'll keep an eye on that one. So we're deep in the last quarter there. 7-5-47 the SFL, NTFA 5-5-35. It's a sun-drenched NTCA ground now. Beautiful side here, good crowd in. Committee's got behind this game. Meadows wins the tap. Shark by McKenzie. Kicks to half forward. Off hands. Petterwood fighting for it. Might have got pushed in the back. Umpire says yes. I won there for Ethan Petterwood, the Scottsdale coach. So he'll go back and set sail towards goal. Probably too far out to score. Goes to the pocket. Off hands. Still a chance here. In fact, that's a push in the back. That'll be a free kick to John McKenzie. Yes.
Yeah, almost got the kick away there, Dave, but it's got the free kick.
Yeah, shoved right in front of goal, right at the top of the goal square. So you imagine this will go through and be the answering goal early in this third quarter. 2.5 minutes in, McKenzie right behind this one. Kicking to the southern end, John McKenzie. Kicks the goal as easy as you like for the NTFA. And narrows the margin back to 1 goal. 6-5-41 plays 7-5-47. Still playing at Williamstown, 34.5 minutes gone. And still the Seagulls. In fact, it's full time. And a bit of heartbreak there for the Devils. They got out to a couple of goal lead in that last quarter. But they've gone down by 1 goal to Williamstown.
Bit of heartbreak in this commentary box too, Dave.
Yeah, a little bit.
I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd get over the line today, but that's all right.
Absolutely. John McKenzie, we spoke about him at half-time. Great opportunity for him, and like you said, to come and challenge himself at this level. It was a great kick inside 50 by Ethan Petterwood to the pocket, and McKenzie finishes off with a goal, so kicking his first of the afternoon. Back in the centre, rucks go at it. Deans wins the ruck on this occasion. Gets it out towards the interchange gates side of the ground. Ben Hyatt tackled immediately. Quick handball through. This is Harper. He's had a pretty good game so far. Harper gets it up towards the paint of 50. Loose ball inside 50. Bursting through there was McKenzie again. McKenzie again goes around the corner and pops up to the pocket. Mark taken. And it is a mark taken by Ethan Petterwood. So,
how was the skill there from John McKenzie?
A bit of razzle-dazzle from McKenzie, Dave. I'd love to see it. So it was Petterwood to McKenzie. This time we've got McKenzie to Petterwood. And it's Ethan Petterwood who's taken the mark in the pocket. We spoke about him last week, Dave, at Scottsdale. Scottsdale's coach. Fantastic play. Had a great game last week. He comes in now. Petterwood. And pushes it left. So another behind there to the NTFA as Petterwood opens his account for the afternoon.
Billy with the kick out from fullback. Goes short to Ives. Theo Ives over the top. Finds Gapin. Trapped against the boundary line. Swings the kick to the wing. Green couldn't quite take the mark. Off hands. Polfreman releases it to Boyd. Smart handball now to Harper, who does it, don't argue. Back to Bennett on the boundary. Fletcher Bennett squares it, but it's marked in defence there by Ben Donnelly. He's had a good game back there in defence. Shorts it up. Goes to the pocket. So a chance for the SFL to relieve. Give me a number there, Matt. You got the glasses up?
I do have the glasses up. I'm just waiting for him to turn around.
Anyway, gets it back to Donnelly. Then into the pocket to Ives. So playing possession footy, looking for an outlet here. Ives dashes away. Kicks close to the boundary line. Symes there with Meadows. Symes, good mark by the youngster from Bridge North. Needs the handball now to Bennett, who's on the boundary line. Kicks to half forward. One-handed attempt there from the NTFA player. Spills out now to Reisig. Handball over the top's good. Snap on goal. Petterwood kicks a goal for the NTFA. So they're second in a row, and they worked it out well. Smart handball from Zach Reisig. And he found Petterwood, who's had a really influential third quarter so far. And we're back on even terms here at the NTCA ground. In fact, the NTFA have hit the front 7-6-48, leading the SFL 7-5-47. Matt Donaldson.
Just really nice from the NTFA there, just keeping the ball in that third of the ground. The SFL couldn't quite clear it, and there was some great work by Fletcher Bennett getting involved. We mentioned Ethan Petterwood, we've mentioned Mackenzie, all sort of getting involved in that passage of play. Great work. So NTFA hit the lead. They hit back 7-6-48, leading the SFL 7-5-47. We've gone 6.5 minutes in the third quarter. Back in the centre of the ground. Umpire gets us underway again. Dean's up there high, calls it a bit of a draw. Comes down to SFL's way. Loose footy in the centre of the square. Players converge, go at it. Here's Boyd. Boyd gets a handball away, but it's chopped off. Tackled immediately there was the number 14 for SFL. That's Fletcher Hooker. And we'll go again. We'll have a ball up in the centre of the ground, approaching the 7-minute mark of the third term. Ball up. Rucks again go at it. This time it was Symes that gets the tap down, finds Petterwood. He's starting to get busy. Handball over the top, finds Palfreyman. Palfreyman pumps this one forward. Down towards the right half forward, and intercept mark taken there by Ben Donnelly. He's having some sort of game as well. Here's Donnelly, short pass in the centre of the ground, finds a teammate there in Bailey Gordon. Gordon takes a good grab on a lead there in front of Petterwood. Gordon looking for options. Goes backwards and across the ground, finding a teammate. And he passes it off to Green. So Green, we're in the centre square. SFL have it for now. Green. Oh, Petterwood got him, holding the ball. Surely, umpire. No, play on. Palfreyman gets the handball out. Palfreyman tackled straight away. Petterwood's there. Whistle's gone. Palfreyman caught, holding the ball. It'll be a free kick to SFL. Here is Dave Moore.
Donnelly squares it, doesn't get to his teammate. Gillow on the boundary line. Can he do something spectacular? He goes for it. Has he kicked it? Oh, Bailey Gillow, you champion. That is the goal of the day. On the boundary line, off balance, set sail through the big sticks, impossible angle, and they lengthen their lead out now, the NTFA. What a stanza of play this is. 3 goals in no time at all after SFL scored the early one of the third quarter, and they lead now by 7 points.
Oh, fantastic. 5 minutes of play here or so from the NTFA. Just that turnover. It's Palfreyman here. I'm just watching the stream replay, Dave, to see. It was just some fantastic pressure there. Petterwood getting involved. Palfreyman getting involved. Kick comes out, yep, and it was Gillow that comes from nowhere. Put on the afterburners and then kicks it from the impossible angle. Oh, fantastic goal, Bailey Gillow.
Absolutely.
So NTFA lead, 54-47, back in the centre. SFL try to clear this out only as far as Ben Hyatt. Ben Hyatt pops it on the boot, goes towards centre half forward. Musica comes off his hands, comes towards Oliver Chugg. He's tackled immediately. Ball's under there somewhere. Lots of players around this footy. We'll get a whistle, I reckon. And we will get the whistle, and we'll have a ball up right on the paint of 50 directly in front of the NTFA's goal.
Ben Hyatt hobbling. Hopefully it's cramp, being the intensity of this game. It is still early in the third quarter. We'll keep an eye on that one from the ball up. Falls to the side. Palfreyman working hard. They dive in. Out it comes. Max Gapin did well. Kick off the ground. Donnelly into the centre. Burling gets it to Bennett. Over now towards Boyd. Under pressure the NTFA. SFL did well. They're in a phone box, a lot of them. It's going to end up being a ball up. Chris Sayer, we haven't been out of you for a while. What do you got for us?
Yeah, I'm over here at the in the old Scotch encroachment here. The locals are saying that this ground, the favourite end, the end that most goals are kicked to the end, to the southern end, where NTFA just got 3 in a row. Interesting, it might be the scoring end.
It might be, we'll wait and see. Thank you, Chris, as Bailey Gordon Gapin gets it forward onto the wing. Bennett shovels it sideways. Working hard there was Isaac Thompson. He might get caught holding the ball here if he's not careful. Eventually, umpire says no prior.
Brody Palfreyman getting a bit busy too, Dave. He stepped up in the last 5 minutes or so. Ball up on the wing just in front of us here. Symes win the tap down to that man, Brody Palfreyman. He pumps it forward to centre half forward. Good contest this. Bouncing footy. Sweeping handball there was Reisig. Reisig has been intercepted. by the SFL and a quick kick out of defence, out of the danger area. It's a good one-on-one contest on the wing as the number 4 there in Thomas Reeves leaves the race, and he sees it over the boundary line in front of Ryan Shipp. So we'll have a ball in on the opposite wing there. We've gone at 10.5 minutes in the third quarter, and it is the NTFA 8-6-54 leading the SFL 7-5-47. Boundary throw-in, opposite wing. Rucks go at it. Symes gets the front spot. Green comes over the top, gets a handball to it. McKenzie pumps it forward. Here's Palfreyman again. Puts on the afterburners and pumps this inside 50. Oh, almost the intercept mark there to Suki. Suki got time to recover it. Pumps it down the line, but the mark has been taken by Tom Graham. So Tom Graham of the NTFA. He's got this on the opposite wing from where we are. Graham looks to go long. Gets this ball inside 50. Graham's ball. Pack converges. Comes off Hines' hands. Loose footy to be won. Music is in there. Still a loose footy. Ground ball to be won. SFL, chain of handballs linking up. Only as far as that man McKenzie. McKenzie's getting involved as well. Another handball out. Finds Brereton. Brereton throws it on the boot to get it out clear. Intercept mark taken. Playing as the caller. Must have been a touch ball. It is. Here is the 34, Banksmith, for the SFL. He wheels and goes, gets around a few, pumps it down the wing, but only as far as Fletcher Bennett.
Fletcher Bennett marks left half back, inside 50s to score to Groups.
Just the 1 for the SFL and 8 for the NTFA.
Yeah, 1 entry for SFL resulting in a goal. At the other end, it's been all the NTFA. That's a mark taken by Musica. Yeah. So Musica, East Coast Swans, centres it. Finds a teammate there in Ryan Shipp from the Launceston Footy Club. Plays on immediately. Kicks towards the pocket. Plenty of tall targets there. Harper got his hands to it. Couldn't take it. Cleared out by Suki. Bouncing footy there. Evades Jack Miller. Handball over the top. Shipp. Gutwin. He's had the right idea. He had a target there in the goal square, but just the tall timber there of Sam Green. Got the arms up. Oh, the kick's not great.
It works out.
Jack Miller, who's drifted up the ground. Get in the play a little bit more.
Miller goes to centre half back. He's found a teammate, gives a quick handball off. Here go the SFL on the burst. Comes out wide, trying to find Green. Green picks it up on the bounce, throws it on the boot, gets it around the corner, but only as far as Connor Alexander takes the mark for the NTFA. This Connor Alexander right on the paint of 50 in front of us here. Finds a short option and finds Boyd. Boyd takes the grab. He's rocking the pink boots today. This is Jacob Boyd. Launceston Footy Club. Got it on the paint of 50. Looks to go a bit further down the line. He does. Finds Fletcher Bennett. Of it's Harper, Jubby Harper. He goes to the centre of the ground, finding a player streaming through there in Tom Graham, who put the afterburners on, went with a bit of pace, pops it inside the pocket, loose footy for the NTFA, and it trickles over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. We've gone 13.5 minutes. It's the NTFA 8-6-54, leading SFL 7-5-47.
Just quickly, Matt, to half time, thanks to the NTFA stats guy. Burling with 15 possessions, Harper with 15, Fletcher Bennett with 13, Boyd 13, Palfreyman 13, Hyatt 12. So some big possession winners there. We've got a boundary throw in deep in the forward line for the NTFA. In it comes, falls a bit short, shallow throw in, knocks sideways. Working hard there with Jaden Hines. Make sure they work it towards the back flank there, do the SFL. A long way away from us here. Handball comes out, Boyd with a little fumble. Picks it up now, tackled from behind. In fact, he got tackled high from behind. Yep. So Jacob Boyd, one of those big possession winners I just talked about. So he goes low to the pocket. Music is there, but Tane Suki, another intercept mark. He and Donnelly been pretty good back there. Shorts it up, finds Chug. Declan Chug had a big first quarter. Former North Launceston player. Kicks up the wing, chips it, front position, good mark Burling. Josiah Burling has really lifted this level. Today, it's a long kick, 60 metres inside 50. They all fly. Oh, that was a big fly there from Donnelly, I think it was. In fact, it wasn't. It was Theo Ives. Snap towards goal. Harper offline. One behind. Yeah, Theo Ives. I've seen him get up like that over the years for North Launceston.
He was up there, Dave. He got some airtime. So, in the day, it's a behind for the NTFA. And it's the SFL to bring this back into play. We've gone 15 minutes in the third term. Oh, cut off there. Kick was partially smothered there by Bailey Gillow. Nicely done, Bailey Gillow. Forces a stoppage. He gets this ball out of bounds in the pocket for the NTFA. Suki really stepping up in this last quarter or so, Dave. He was the best on ground for the SFL in that last rep game, so definitely one to watch. Agree that he's been really good. Okay, boundary throw-in. About 5 metres around from the behind post. Tap down. Loose footy to be won inside the NTFA's 50. There's been a whistle. And
SFL.
Relieving free kick, SFL.
Sam Green with it. I just noticed John McKenzie there running past the contest. Just couldn't quite gather it in. Goes wide. And a mark there to Donnelly. He's now in a bit of a wrestle with his opponent. Needs to be careful he doesn't give 50 away. Donnelly kicks it wider. So patient build up here from the SFL. This is where they go the switch to the corridor, and they do so. The target there was Gordon. Cleared him. But ends up with it, Gordon. They work it out, and he threw hands through the centre. Try to link up. A little fumble, though. This could be a turnover. Taken there well by the NTFA by Tommy Graham. It is a turnover, but getting it to half forward, not paid the mark. Play on, that might be a push in the back. It is. NTFA free kick. So wait till the player turns round.
It's Chug. Oliver
It
Chug.
is Oliver Chug. And those distinctive boots. Chug gets close to the player on the mark. Funny old kick towards the pocket. Not really to advantage. They all fall over. Snap on goal. Is that Gillow again?
It's a goal. It's Gillow. Yes.
I think it is.
It is.
Let's have a look at on the replay there. Keep an eye on. I'm pretty sure it's Gillow. It was deep in that pocket, a long way away from us. But if it is, it's his second goal from that same pocket. So another goal to the NTFA. They're now out by 14 points at the 17-minute mark of this third quarter. There's a few conversations in front of us. Damien James from the NTFA asking someone for a beer. So it was good. Not us, unfortunately.
No, so it's the Oliver Chug kick. So Chug goes into the pocket. And I think you're spot on, Dave. I think it is Bailey Gillow. It picks this footy.
Yeah, it is number 17, Bailey Gillow.
Yep,
So,
and take it back. Tommy Graham in the centre was fantastic with a couple of tackles and repeat efforts. Meanwhile, we go again. So the NTFA have opened up a bit of a lead here, 9-7-61 to 7-5-47. SFL with a chance to clear. Handball comes out. On the wing here, Will Clifford. Clifford goes back into the centre of the ground. They use the corridor so well. This is Green chipping a ball out to a teammate. The chance inside 50. Green on lead has got it. So Green, Josh Green with a chance. All that AFL experience and a bit of a radio superstar as well, Dave, these days. Does some special comments with SEN. So this is going to be Green. It's just really good corridor play again. Mitch Thorpe was all over it, that they used the corridor really well, the SFL, and that's what they've looked to do on this occasion. And hit up Green on a lead. In comes Green. Goes with the right. Towards goal. Doesn't quite make the journey. It's tapped over for a behind. Symes makes sure that it's through for a behind. So a behind added there to the SFL score. Chance for the NTFA to bring this ball back into play. Looks like it's Ryan Shipp out there. He'll bring this ball back in. Short pass. He'll find a teammate in Burling. So Burling. Another short pass here finds Fletcher Bennett, the general from North Launceston. Fletcher Bennett. He's got this one right in front of the East Lonnie Junior Footy Club rooms.
Bennett now. He'll look to launch it up the wing. In the music direction. Clears him. Big Symes is there. They do well here. Meadows, Gordon, Chug, SFL into attack. Green. Oh, he's beaten to it there by Boyd. Heavy contest. They both got up. Both tough nuts. Green and Boyd. Good footy. NTFA win out. Shipped to Boyd. Into the back pocket now to Bennett. So Fletcher Bennett looks to switch back. Then goes a little 45 kick to Boyd again. He's been one of the best. And a great NTFA team effort so far. Spots up his Lonnie teammate there in Palfreyman. Short kick marked by Harper. So a little bit of tempo footy here by the NTFA, leading by 13 points. Nearly 20 minutes gone in this third quarter. You listen to City Park Radio 103.7, 96.5 and the AFL Tas live stream. Long up the wing, off the hands of Musica. Jaden Hines bursts through, has the handball in the end. Off to the side, McKenzie again, chip kick to the pocket. Looking for the advantage there of Oliver Chug. And it spills out of bounds.
Yeah, go back to Jacob Boyd there, Dave. He was fantastic in that contest there with Green. Just made up the ground, used his space and spoiled that ball. He's having some sort of game, Jacob Boyd. Really impressive.
13 kicks and 6 marks to half-time.
Yeah,
and he's probably up at nearly the 20 possessions now.
20 minutes gone in this third term. Boundary throw-in. at 25 metres around from the behind post. NTFA ends. Tap comes down. Loose footy. Kicked forward by Matthew Lee. And it's been cut off in the goal square here for SF by Suki. Yeah, he's really stepped up as well. Meanwhile, here is the 27 in Brereton. Brereton comes out wide towards the broadcast wing. Player on a lead there has taken it, takes the mark, has a bounce. That's ambitious. That's really good play. So this is Jack Miller. Jack Miller goes with a couple of bounces, pops it up to a teammate, and he's spotted one.
And that's what Jack Miller can do, Matt. They've hit him up the ground a little bit more. He's getting starved of opportunities, but he's a class player. He's known as a goal kicker, but he can play up the ground. And he spotted up a teammate there, Theo Ives, who's up in the forward line.
He is.
That could be a move.
Yeah, it could be. On the Devils list, Theo Ives. Some great play by Miller on the wing to get that ball moving and fast.
The tallish target has been Bryce Alomes, and he's been well beaten. So they've got plenty of tall timber down back, so Ives is the move.
In comes Ives, starts his approach. He'll kick this from about 45 out, goes with the left. Theo Ives, he likes it. Straight over the goal umpire's hat, and Theo Ives puts one through. He's kicked his first of the day, and SFL just reduced that margin.
He can play forward, Theo Ives, and his early days in the TSL for North Launceston, he was a young forward. Could take a good grab and was good on the lead, so he's not unknown to play in that forward line. So let's see how he goes.
Spot on, Dave. So SFL closed that gap 8-6-54, trailing the NTFA 9-7-61. We've gone 22 minutes in the third quarter.
It's a great game. Great game of footy.
We've had a great day, Dave. This is fantastic.
Back in the middle. Umpire throws it aloft. Up they go. Dean in the ruck now, wins the tap. Darting away is Hyatt. Kicks towards the pocket. Lee is the target. Gee, that's a great spoil from Tane Suki. He was right on the hammer there of Lee and got the right-hand fist around in front of the breadbasket of Matthew Lee, who was about to take the mark and hit it out of bounds. 61 plays 54, 22 and a half minutes gone. City Park Radio next week at Youngtown for South Launceston versus Deloraine in the NTFA. Still 6 rounds to go. Plenty of footy to play out in that competition. Dean wins the tap. At the fall of the ball there is Chug. Handball wasn't effective. Chance here for Mackenzie. He's on it now. Handballs it sideways. Smart kick in there by Chug towards the centre of goal. To mark. No, not paid. Still a chance here. Gillow again for 3 goals. He's got it, Bailey Gillow. He snuck forward and he's kicked 3.
All in this quarter,
all in this quarter, Bailey
3 goals
Gillow.
In the third quarter, Bailey Gillow. And all tough kicks too. Like that is fantastic.
And it was Tommy Graham. I caught Oliver Chug, but it was Tommy Graham there with the assist. So good work. That's an answering goal there. And just to put a little bit of distance in the margin, 13 points. Chris Sayer, haven't got to you for a while. What do you got for us down on boundary level?
You caught me.
I caught you. I knew I would.
There's a lot of cheer squad for the NTFA over this side. Yeah.
And so we're back in the middle of, I was going to say Utah Stadium, but it's NTCA Ground. Another venue for City Park Radio. First time they've called footy here. Won't be the last with Old Scotch coming into the Premier League in a couple of years. Here's Matt Donaldson.
Rucks go out back in the centre. Clearance for the NTFA. Thrown onto the boot there, up towards half forward. Just a tricky one. Half volley there for NTFA. And here's Suki again, clearing out. Kicks it down towards the wing. Polfreman got the front spot. Came off his hands. Sweeping handball through. Has found Meadows. This is Meadows right in the centre of the NTCA ground. Goes long with a long kick down towards the green direction. A couple of NTFA players get back there. Sweeping handball now finds Ryan Shipp. Ryan Shipp with a short pass has found Jacob Boyd. Again, another possession for Boyd. Boyd finds Polfreman right in front of us here in the broadcast side of the NTCA ground. So Brody Polfreman. Short pass has found a player in Tom Graham. Graham on the wing. Goes back, getting some direction from Fletcher Bennett. He's saying to go long. He pops it up. Oh, good grab. Front spot there by Harper. Harper drills this one inside 50, looking for a target. Bouncing footy. Dangerous one. Kick towards goal there was by Dean. Oliver Dean. It trickles through for a behind. So Oliver Dean has kicked 2 goals, 2 today. And a behind for the NTFA. They move through to 10-8-68, leading SFL 8-6-54. 25 gone this quarter.
Gillow again for goal number 4. Don't tell me, Bailey Gillow! Oh, he's kicked 4 in the quarter. There was a bit of a muck-up coming out of defence there from the SFL. It fell there towards Ben Hyatt, who got it to Gillow, his Launceston teammate, and he's kicked 4 in the quarter. Well. Bailey Gillow these days is a sweeping half-back, but he's moved forward.
4 goals in the quarter.
And it's got Peter Gutwin out of his seat in the back of the box. He's loving it. So 11-8-74, plays 8-6-54. And look, the NTFA, after going into half-time, looking a little bit bedraggled. They had that goal right on half-time through Jaden Hines. Have really turned things around. I mean, the SFL scored the first goal of this quarter.
They did.
And NTFA have taken a bit of control. Groobs, what stats you got for us there?
Inside 50s, NTFA is up to 17 for the quarter, SFL on 5. Clearances 12 for the NTFA and 6 for the SFL.
Yeah, they've got on top around the balls. It's taken away here by Fletcher Hooker. Here's a clearance for them. Forward. Oh, big mark. And that's Bryce Alomes. Now, he's had a quiet day, but he's a sort of player that can have spurts of really, really electric stuff. So let's see if he can come alive in this game. Bryce Alomes, the boy from Clarence.
Noted goal kicker, Dave. And
Absolutely.
He's got kicked the one in the second quarter. So a chance for him to get on the board here in the third quarter.
I saw him kick a big bag, 7 or 8 in a TSL Development League grand final once. He can turn it on. Bryce Alomes crosses the paint of 50. Kick it to the northern end. On its way, it fades. No, it's just faded to the right, one behind. So 8-7-55, plays 11-8-74. And we've been playing 26, nearly 27 minutes gone in this third quarter. Stay with us. This is going to go down to the wires. Ryan Shipp clears the ball now after taking a bounce to the ground. He's taken 2 bounce, kicks to the wing.
2 bounces, gets some territory. And goes down the wing. Oh, good grab there. Is it paid? Yes, it is to Golding. No. Both sets of hands on it. Golding came from the back, had a good piece of it. But it was Symes in the front spot. So, ball up, right in front of us here. Symes and Meadows in the ruck. Comes out the way of the NTFA. Quick ball on the boot there by McKenzie. Comes the way of the SFL. 27.5 minutes gone. Another chance here through Fletcher Hooker. Fletcher Hooker in the centre square. Pops this one up. Long ball inside 50. Players go up. Front spot was Green. Came off his hands. Sweeping handball there. Fletcher Bennett in the path of Isaac Thompson. Kick for goal. Touched.
Tom Reeves.
Tom Reeves sees this one over the boundary line, over the goal line for a behind. SFL pressing.
So they've got Sam Green forward now. So they've got a few tools going through that forward line. They had Theo Ives, Sam Green, Olomes is there as well. Ryan Shipp, rinse and repeat from a couple of minutes ago. Kicks to the wing again. Front position Musica. Symes got his hands to it. Brereton's in there for the SFL. Spills to the back. Petterwood might have been holding the ball there. No, the umpire says held without it. So Ethan Petterwood, who's lifted in this quarter. 28 minutes gone. Last goal here will be important if someone can get it. Kicks to the flank and it's brought out there by Suki. Out of play. They'll reset here, the NTFA from the attacking side of their wing. Bailey Gillow has just joined us, kicked 4 goals in this quarter. And a couple have been absolute brilliant performances, especially the one from the pocket there when he was off balance. Front of the grandstand, the small grandstand here at the NTCA Ground, well populated by patrons this afternoon. They dive on it. The umpire will ball it up.
29 minutes gone, Dave. We're approaching three-quarter time. NTFA lead by those 3 goals. Loose footy here on the wing. Here's McKenzie bursting through again. Quick hands, player tackled straight away. We'll have another ball up. So clicked over the 29th minute mark. NTFA by 3 goals. As you mentioned, Bailey Gillow, 4 goals in this quarter. Absolutely a purple patch for him. Rucks go at it again. Comes over the back to McKenzie, finds Petterwood with the hands. Petterwood goes down towards the 50. Music is there in this contest, goes over his head. Loose footy inside 50 for the NTFA. There's that man again, Bailey Gillow. Comes through and we'll see it over. We'll have a boundary throw in, about 45 out from the NTFA's goal.
What a great quarter both McKenzie and Petterwood have had. They combined again there. There's 2 really experienced players. And they look pretty fit as well.
Yeah, they do.
So boundary throw in. Deep in the forward line. What are we? Nearly 30 minutes now in this third quarter. 20 metres around from the NTFA goal. Meadows with the tap. Shark by Harper. Gets out of a tackle. Left foot kick. Fades across the face of goal. And there he is again. Tane Suki. I don't know how many intercept marks he's taken, but I reckon he's taken 5 this quarter for a start. as he goes to the pocket. Finds a teammate to get the glasses up. It's a long way away from us there. Might be Golding back there as he kicks up the wing, looking for Green, Sam Green, that is, who takes a good, strong mark. Reminds me so much of Ben Brown, is Sam Green.
Yeah.
Just the way he flies for marks, even the way he looks a little bit. Sorts it up now. Mark taken there by Gordon. Gordon short to Gapin. As the three-quarter time siren sounds. And a 3-goal margin at three-quarter time, all to play for in this last quarter. We've seen a couple of brilliant games here today. If you just joined us, the SFL got over the NTFA by one solitary point in the women's game. But the NTFA lead by 3 goals. 11-8-74 to 8-8-56 in the men's game. That quarter went nearly 31 minutes. In that quarter, Matt, what was the scoring?
Yeah, 6 goals. 6 goals
Yep.
to the NTFA to 2 to the SFL. I'll run through the goal quick as while Groobs quickly adds up those stats. Naturally, the one that jumps out at me, Bailey Gillow, 4 goals in that quarter. So he's kicked 4 for the day, and they all came in that quarter. Mackenzie kicked 1 in that quarter as well. Oliver Dean has 2. Hines has 1, Peter Wood's got 1, and Matthew Lee's got 1. Joby Harper's also got 1. And for the SFL, 2 to Fletcher Hooker, 1 of which came in that quarter. And we've got singles to Jack Miller, Josh Green, Theo Ives kicked 1 in that quarter, Aidan Waller, Sam Green, and Bryce Alones.
Okay, so 2 experienced coaches out there. You know, Nick Probert, and you've also got, of course, Mitch Thorpe. So they've been in these sort of situations a lot of times before. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm not sure which huddle Chris is going to, but he'll give us a report at the back end of three-quarter time. Groobs, what do you got for us there?
Hit-outs to three-quarter time. SFL 30, NTFA 33. Clearances, SFL 27, NTFA 32. Inside 50s, SFL 35, NTFA 47. It was 7-18 in that quarter, NTFA's favour. Marks inside 50, 6 apiece. Intercept marks 16 taken by SFL, 13 by NTFA. And free kicks, SFL 14, NTFA 23.
Okay, so interesting those stats. The 7 inside 50s there. They kicked the 2 goals, the SFL. But this time the NTFA have been a bit wasted going forward. This time they really hit the scoreboard.
Made the most of their opportunities, though, didn't they?
Absolutely. So a big third quarter for the NTFA. It's 11-8-74. The Northerners leading the Southerners 8-8-56. We'll take a short break here on City Park Radio. We'll come back soon for the last quarter. Dave Moore here with Matt Donaldson, Dave Gruber and Chris Sayer, our boundary rider, for this terrific intrastate game here between the NTFA, who lead 11-8-74 against the SFL. We're trailing 8-8-56, so the 18-point margin. Earlier today, it was a 1-point margin in the women's game. Matt, you got the score there?
Yeah, sure do, Dave. It was the SFL women 6-4-40, defeating the NTFA women at 5-9-39. I can run you through the goal kickers. I've got a moment for the SFL. It was Molly Mitchell kicked 2, Liza Wiley kicked 2, and singles to Denham and Limbrick. And for the NTFA women, Harriet Bingley kicked 2.
Procopice.
I always hesitate. Procopice kicked 2, and Brie Eichen kicked 1. A great game. We've had a great day here. Now, I was just thinking, Dave, about that last rep game down at North Hobart. It was the SFL came from about 20 points down, and that was about the 28-minute mark of the last term.
Yes.
So NTFA will be looking really to polish this one off and finish off in a really positive way.
I'm sure the SFL will come again. They're
no doubt.
A proud footy region, so there'll be at some stage in this quarter where the NTFA will have to meet a challenge. Whether that's early in the quarter or late, we'll wait and see, as the SFL huddle has broken up. Tell you what, there's quite a few people around the NTFA. Yeah. Chris Sayer, I think you were listening to Nick Probert there.
Yes, I was. I couldn't get near the NTFA group. There is a big crowd there. Nick Probert said they can still win this. He said they're up against it. They're behind, but he is really pointing out Ives and Green as targets up forward.
Yep.
And he really highlighted them in that quarter and for this quarter coming up that they are the targets. He wants them to use the corridor. He doesn't want them to go out the flanks. And he put it on his players that they can still win this, but they have to lift their game.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, so it's sort of been the corridor versus the flanks today, the two strategies of the respective teams, SFL. When they do move it through that corridor, they've looked impressive, but the NTFA have just somehow stopped them doing that on enough occasions, and they lead in the game. But we must go back to Bailey Gillo's efforts in that quarter there.
4 goals in the quarter.
Yeah, I mean, he's played in a variety of spots over his footy career. He's played forward, he's played on ball, he's played in defence, but he's just that versatile player that wherever you send him, he's going to contribute. So, yeah, huge effort.
They were all tough shots as well. When you look at them, they were like in the pocket, on the boundary, the one that was soccered through off the ground in front of the behind line. Like, they were all pretty hard goals, and he kicked a lot of them. So 4 straight to Bailey Gillo in that quarter. Ethan Petterwood kicked a good one too, and Mackenzie, we mentioned those in the
those two,
got really busy and
sure.
giving the ball to each other. The goal kickers for the SFL, Hooker got one in that third quarter, as did Ives. Last quarter action coming your way right here on City Park Radio on the AFL Tas live stream. Rucks go at it. It was Dean there that got the initial tap down. Goes the way of the NTFA early. So loose footy here at halfback for the NTFA. It was Fletcher Bennett giving a quick handball off. Here's Harper with a handball out, trying to find a teammate, and he does. Back to Bennett. Bennett pumps this one down the line. 2-on-2 in this contest. At the back there was Steele, and that's Nick Steele. He came through with a quick handball. Goes the way of the NTFA. Loose footy bobbing around on that outside wing, and it goes the SFL's way through Fletcher Hooker. So Fletcher Hooker kicks this one down towards, this is a dangerous area. Here's Green, and he's got it. So Josh Green opens the account for the SFL in the last quarter, and some really quick ball movement out on that outer wing, particularly through Fletcher Hooker, and ends up with Green, and Green runs in and kicks the open goal, Dave.
Yeah, route one down the middle there, and look, young Charlesworth has done a pretty good job on Green all day, but just Green got that metre on him there, just used that bit of experience to get the jump on him. And when he got between Charlesworth and the goal, there was only one result happening, and that was a goal to Josh Green. And that narrows the margin to 2 goals. Chris Say, you got something for us?
Yes. Nick Probert did mention the scoring end, which that goal was just kicked at.
It seems to be the scoring end.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a perceptible breeze, but it's been the scoring end all day. So back in the middle, Meadows with the tap. Trying to get the clearance there was Hyatt. Comes back now to McHenry. McHenry wheels around on a 360, spots it up. Good spoil from behind there from Gillo's gone down back now after doing his damage up forward. Dean with a quick kick towards the boundary line. Close to it, stays in play. McHenry takes on the tackle there and sees it out of bounds. So, it was always going to be that first goal was going to be important, Matt.
Absolutely, and it goes the way of the SFL.
SFL have got it.
Which have just closed that gap down, so it's an even 2-goal game here 2 minutes into the last quarter. Kind of a boundary throw-in on that outer wing right between the interchange gates. Dean sort of tries to get the front spot, tapped down, comes away of the SFL with a quick kick, but it's been cut off there, intercepted by Fletcher Bennett. Bennett goes out wide, finds a teammate, and he does just that in Tom Graham. This is Tom Graham. They're still between the interchange gates on that outer side. Tom Graham looks to go with a long ball. Long ball up towards the 50, and it is out of bounds on the full. So a free kick to the SFL, and it's right in front of the NTFA interchange gates. Plays on straight away. Short pass over the top there. Finds Nick Steele. Nick Steele handball off. It's a quick kick down towards the 50. Loose footy to be won. Ground ball. Josh Green is lurking outside this pack, ready for a quick handball out. That ball's not coming out though, so the umpire runs in and says, give it to me. We will go again. Been going 3 minutes in the last term. It's the NTFA by 2 goals.
Just watch Josh Green this quarter. The situation's made for him. Let's see what happens. There's another contested footy. We'll get another ball up. We're left half forward for our radio listeners. And the SFL are slightly into attack. They kicked the first goal of this last quarter. They trail now by 2 goals. From the ball up. Wasn't a very good ball up, mind you. Gillow gets the handball free of the contest. Now it's a contested footy. Going in is Chug. He's legged but gets the footy away. The kick from Hooker was smothered. Ricochets backwards. Ends up now with number 29 there for the SFL and Waller. His kick's poor. He smacked his hands together because he knew it was poor. And it's straight down the throat of Brody Polfreman, who's at half-back. Polfreman's a target here in Gillow. Ball gets to him. Off now to Harper. Talk about experienced players in this last quarter. Joby Harper will be one of those. Oh, gut one. Is that a mark? Almost could have been paid. Darting away is the big fella in Meadows, showing great agility. Kicks the half forward. But in the way there is Josiah Burling. He switches the ball now to Hyatt.
This is Hyatt. Still in the centre square here for the NTFA. Hyatt, short pass, finds Bennett. So we're just in front of the SFL interchange gates is where we are for our radio listeners. Here's Fletcher Bennett, the general from North Launceston. He pumps this one a little bit further down the wing, and he's found a teammate there Tom Graham. So Graham takes a good mark, comes back towards Boyd. It's with Jacob Boyd, still just on the edge of the centre square on that outer side. Called to play on. Boyd goes long, gets this one on the painted 50. That's a good grab. That was Ben Hyatt down there. So Ben Hyatt's got this right in front of the NTFA interchange bench. Hyatt goes short. Can he find a player? Not quite. Good spoil. Tried to spot up Oliver Chug. It's been spoiled out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in about 30 metres around from the NTFA's goal.
The highest possession winner for the NTFA to three-quarter time. Fletcher Bennett with 24. He had 11 in that third quarter. Joby Harper with 24. Jacob Boyd with 20. As we've got a player coming off with an injury, so I'll get Chris Sayer onto that. In the hands of the trainers. Looks like an NTFA player. Matt, you got the glasses on it?
Got the binoculars up. It is an NTFA player. Just can't quite make out
get
the
a number in a
there,
minute.
Dave, I'll get you one.
Haven't had many injuries today, thankfully.
There's an 8 in it. It may be Oliver Chug. Yes, it is. Yep. It's Oliver Chug.
Yep. So he's off the ground. Gets some treatment. We've got a whistle on play. It's going to be a free kick to Harper. Signal he might want to go long. He's got Oliver Dean there as a taller target. A lot of SFL players filling the spaces. So he might even be having a go at goal here, Joby Harper.
Looks like it, Dave.
He kicks from 52, fades, and he'll be out of bounds on the full. So a boundary throw in. A relieving free kick going to Brereton for the SFL.
This is Brereton with the SFL in the back pocket. We've gone 6 minutes in the last quarter. Brereton finds a short pass and finds a teammate. He's done just that. In front of the old scoreboard here at the NTCA ground. Sweeping this across the ground. Suki could be the next link in the chain here. He's loose in front of us. Looks to go long here. Down the line. Kicks to a contest. Petterwood lurking. Was there a jumper hold in there on Boyd? No, says the umpire. Jacob Boyd does well. Petterwood chops off the handball. Here's Ethan Petterwood pumping this one back inside 50 for the NTFA. Has been marked. Yes, it has. And it is
Oliver
Dean with the mark.
Just too tall.
Oliver Dean. And how quick was Ethan Petterwood there from the intercepted handball?
And look, he knew that Suki was, he probably didn't know, but we're looking at Suki there, just a height disadvantage against Dean. And it was, once Dean got that front position and the kick was perfect from Petterwood, right out in front of him.
And this is Oliver Dean. He kicked one in the first and one in the second. So going for goal number 3. 2-goal margin, could go back out to a 3-goal margin. In comes Oliver Dean. 7 minutes gone in this quarter.
Big kick.
Dean starts his approach. He'll kick with the right. Dean goes towards goal, and he's got it. So Oliver Dean kicks one in the last quarter. He's got 3-2 today, and the NTFA open up a 3-goal buffer again.
Close run thing there, just snuck it in. The goalposts aren't the tallest in the land.
Bit of work to do, the goal umpire there.
But it's a goal.
It's a goal.
Once again, the hard work from Petterwood. I mean, we're talking about experienced players in this last quarter on both teams that are in these pressure situations, and Petterwood there just spotted up Dean. And Dean, I'll tell you what, he has got a lot of upside, Oliver Dean. He's had some injury concerns along the way, but once he's fit and getting some continuity, look out, because he is going to be one of the best players in the Premier Leagues around the state.
A great footy family, the Deans too, Dave.
12, they certainly are. 12-8-80 to 9-8-62. Comes down to Chug now. He spins out of a tackle, loses the control of the footy, picks it up again. This time he swung around a second time, and this time he's caught holding the ball. So he went round 720.
He did.
Did Declan Chug. There's balls now with Mackenzie on the defensive side of the centre square. Big third quarter, Mackenzie kicks up the wing. Front position, Harper.
Whistle.
In fact, it's against Harper here.
It's Bealey.
It's going to James Bealey. Harper not impressed. It's one of those ones where there might have been a bit of holding on either way. Bealey now kicks in the direction of Meadows. Good spoil from behind by Burling, who's been one of the better players today for the NTFA. He had 18 possessions to three-quarter time. Big first half, Josiah Burling. So from the boundary throw in, Oliver Dean now in the ruck. Up there against Ives, who's having a run in the ruck this time. McHenry gets it clear, only as far as Reisig. Has assistance there from Isaac Thompson, who cruises off half-back. His target is Jaden Hines. He's up against a couple of SFL players. He fights on hard. He gets the ball clear, close to the boundary line, taken over there by Gapin. So good work there from Jaden Hines. Nullified the contest. He got it out of bounds in front of the Old Scotch Footy Club Canberra over there. It's 80 to NTFA, 62 to the SFL. We're 9.5 minutes into this last quarter.
Sure are, Dave. It's NTFA by 3 goals. Boundary throwing, about 40 metres around from the NTFA's goal. Dean gets front spot, gets the tap down. Jaden Hines bobbles around in his hands. Loose footy, ground footy to be won. Sweeping handball goes back, but only as far as a whistle. And as Musica, has he been taken high? Yes, he
Musica
has.
got the high tackle, yep.
Musica taken high. So a chance here. He's on a tight angle, and the man on the mark will be about 40 metres out. But Musica, good chance here, playing on the East Coast.
Chris, say it quickly, injury report.
Yeah, it was Chug. I was trying to tell you 5 minutes ago. But
Sorry.
Right. He got a knock to his calf that he's back on. Ethan Petterwood's getting some heat rubbed into his calves to get a few more kilometres out of those legs.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris.
Excellent. Thanks, Chris. In the meantime, Musica is going to take a shot. Kick this from about 45 out. Tight angle. Starts his approach. 10.5 minutes gone. In comes Musica. Goes towards goal. Kick looks all right. It's got the distance. Oh, no, not quite. It's been cut off there by Theo Ives right on the goal line. So this is Ives on the last line of defence. Goes out wide in front of the NTCA scoreboard and picks up a player.
McHenry?
McHenry goes short.
Oh, that could be 50.
It could be. It was a bit late. Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, Musica, a little bit undisciplined, and now he wants to wrestle on. And he needs to be careful he doesn't give away another one. There's a wrestle there. Just cannon into that SFL player, whose name escapes me. It was Brereton. Late. Brereton now goes wider. Oh, the kick smothered there. I think that was Green. Handball away. Inside 50 entry, Green. Front position. Takes it. Handballs quickly. Snap on goal. Towards the face of goal. It doesn't quite make it. It through for one behind.
Thomas Reeves.
Thank you. Tom Reeves was deep in that pocket. Furthest distance away from us. So behind there, 9-9-63, plays 12-8-80. And the NTFA have it in the back pocket.
Here's Burling in the right back pocket for the NTFA. Chips this one down the wing and finds a teammate. He does in Oliver Dean. Oliver Dean's getting a bit of it. He's kicked 3 goals. And he's been pretty good around the ground, doing some ruck work as well. So here's Dean. Looks to drive this ball down the wing, get some distance with the kick. Pack forms, up there early was Ives. Didn't catch the mark, comes off the pack though, ends up with Donnelly. Donnelly with a short pass. He's found Jack Miller. So Jack Miller, we are in the centre of the ground, of the NTCA ground. Miller goes towards Green out there.
Nice kick.
And he's found him. So the man on the mark is about 48 out. So nice leading mark there by Green. And like you said, Dave, you heard Dave Moore call this earlier, this situation is tailor-made for Josh Green. And he's going to have a shot on goal. 12 and a half minutes gone in the last quarter. At the moment, it's NTFA at 12.880, leading the SFL at 9.963. In comes Green. All that experience. A kick from about 45 out. Green goes towards goal. And it sails straight over the goal umpire's hat. Green has got his third. He's kicked 2 in this last quarter. He's kicked 3 goals too. And the SFL just reduced that margin again.
Great skills there of Jack Miller. And he spotted Green.
Great,
and once again, Green on the lead. That's the danger thing for the NTFA. He has got that ability. He's always had it through his footy career in the AFL and now into the SFL. And before he went to the AFL, in fact, have just been quick off the mark. And give him a bit of space. And if you've got good delivery, he's going to damage you on the scoreboard. He's done that on that occasion. 12.880 NTFA, SFL 10.969. 13 minutes gone. Up goes the footy. Tapped out by Green. Out in the direction of Chugg. They get it through Paul Frim and the NTFA. His handball's not great. Back to Chugg, who was held without it. Played it well. So Declan Chugg plays with Glenorchy now in the SFL. Former North Launceston kicks inside 50. Off hands. Meadows got it. Holds it in the tackle. Alexander's there. Green again. He got rid of it. Might have been held on to. Snap for goal. Tommy Reeves has got it. Tommy Reeves from the North Hobart Footy Club. There's 2 in a minute. And our margin's back to 5 points here at the NTCA ground. But persistent efforts there from the SFL. And Declan Chugg there. He's had a pretty good game. He's had a lot of roles too over the journey. He's been forward, back, and now he's playing an on-ball role, and worked hard there. But nice snap from Tom Rees, Matt.
Well, how about that, Dave? In the blink of an eye, 3 goals to the SFL. We knew this was likely. We knew that they would come hard. But a couple of goals to Green and then one to Thomas Reeves. And they've just closed that gap to 5 points. So it's the NTFA 12.880, leading SFL 11.975. We've gone almost 15 minutes in this last quarter. Rucks go at it again. Green in the ruck in this occasion gets it down. Here's Polfriman with a quick handball. He finds Ben Hyatt. Hyatt gets this inside 50. Comes off hands. Loose footy for the NTFA inside their 50. And there's been a whistle, and I think it's trickled out of bounds, so we'll have a throw-in just in front of the old scoreboard here at the NTCA. NTFA lead by 5 points, 15 minutes gone.
Yeah, we always said that the SFL would come at some stage. This is it. This is the challenge the NTFA have got to meet if they're going to win this game here this afternoon. These traditional interstate games go back a long way. There's a lot at stake. As the boundary throw-in. Front position there, might have won it down the NTFA in Lee. Ball comes to Musica. He won't take a backward step. Snap here. Harper to the goal square. Suki gets back and takes another intercept mark right against the boundary line. Now he's got some options here to switch, and he does. Switches it to Ted Banks-Smith. Young boy from Hutchins School. He gets it to Steele, another former Hutchins player. Now with the Clarence Footy Club. Steele, the 45 kick back inside is good. To Sam Green. So the Clarence boys combining there. On the boundary line, it's Aidan Waller. They're just playing some tempo footy. Still plenty of time in this game. They don't have to rush things. Waller goes up the wing. Contested ball here. Oh, big fly there from Harper, but it's off hands. Taken there by Beerley. Gets the handball to Hooker. Hooker back to Beerley. Gets confronted over the top. Chance here for Ives. Bad bounce. Taken by Ben Hyatt. 2 players on the ground on the wing here. Berling gets up first. Another SFL player is out. On the ground holding his head. So we'll get back to that as the ball now continues to make its way up the wing there for the NTFA, but it's kicked out of bounds on the full. I had my eyes in 2 places there, Matt.
Yeah, yep.
So I'll let you take over the footy and I'll keep an eye on
just keep an eye on this. There's a SFL player down just in front of us here. Meanwhile, the ball is, we've got a boundary thrown on the outer side.
It's out of bounds on the full, Matt. I haven't picked up a number here. He's just getting to his haunches, the SFL player.
It's spot on. It's an SFL free kick on that outer wing. So out of bounds on the full. Take from here.
Big Charlie Meadows. He's up, though.
Kicked forward. Good grab there. It was the number 19. It's Green out there. And he looks to go straight away and gets this inside 50. Where is Green? Green's in the goal square. He's got it! Oh, no. He had 3 opponents around him, Dave, and it's landed in his chest. Josh Green's taken the mark, and he's already kicked, 2 in this quarter. He's kicked 3 for the day, 2 in this quarter.
Write it down.
And he's about to put the SFL in front at the 17.5-minute mark. Here's Green. Pops this one through. He's kicked 3 in the quarter.
Well, look, it was Bailey Gillow in that third quarter that kicked 4, and Josh Green... He's been well held, or pretty well held. He's had his moments during the day against the young skipper there from South Launceston, Harry Charlesworth, but he's got off the leash in this last quarter. He's kicked 3.
Yeah, he sure has.
And he's put the SFL in front, 12-9-81, leading the NTFA 12-8-80. Grooves, we haven't got to you for a while for some stats.
Otherwise, it's fairly even this quarter. Inside 50s, that was SFL's 5th, and NTFA have 4 clearances. NTFA just in front there, 6-4. Hit-out's pretty even, 4-3 NTFA's way.
Significantly, Grooves, they've had kicked 4 goals, the SFL, from 5 entries in this last quarter. And 3 of those to Josh Green. Now we've got a whistle on play. Don't know if it's a 6-6-6 or not. There's an SFL player coming on the ground. I think it might have been a 6-6-6 situation there. One short. Over to you, Matt Donaldson.
Go again, Oliver Dean versus Green in the ruck. Comes off hands and spins the way of Bealey. Bealey pops this one inside 50 again. Where's Green? Over the back. Dangerous ball. Green is there. Lays a tackle immediately. Loose footy. It's under this sack of players. And we will have a ball up.
James Bealey on ball now.
Yeah.
Key player.
Yeah, he's been pretty good as well today, Dave. Gone 18.5 minutes. We're going to have a ball up on the edge of the centre square, instead of that goal square. Josh Green will be lurking around this pack. Ball comes down. Dangerous ball for the NTFA here. Can they clear it out? Might have a secondary stoppage here. It's under a sea of players, and that ball's not coming out. Whistle. We'll go again. So 19 minutes gone now in this last term. Ball up. Over the back. Quick kick out there was Ryan Shipp. Got his hand on it and got it out. Well done. He's got it to Zach Rysick. Rysick takes the mark at half-back. Sweeping handball. Fletcher Bennett. Fletcher Bennett goes down the line trying to find Musica. Goes over his hands, off hands. And we'll have a boundary throw-in on that opposite wing. Approaching the 20th minute mark. Getting close to time on in this last quarter where the SFL lead by 1 point, 81-80. Boundary throw-in. Out of side. In it comes. Dean v Green again. Dean gets the tap down on this occasion. SFL player tackled immediately by McKendrick. Oh, he's got a free kick, I think.
Tackle, yep.
Yeah, sling tackle there by McKenzie.
That's Hooker.
Hooker plays on straight away. Clears the area, gets this inside 50. Where's Green? Green goes to the front of the pack. Read that well. Green snaps. Green snaps, and he's kicked the goal. Oh, got himself in the right place. He read that ball really well, got to the front of the pack, swooped on it, and has kicked it from behind. So that is his 4th in the quarter. He's kicked 5 for the day. 5 goals, 2 to Josh Green, and he's really stepped up. We saw Bailey Gillow kick 4. Now we've seen Josh Green kick 4 in this quarter. Wow, and the SFL get away to a 7-point lead.
Look, I'm sure the spectators here are hoping for an NTFA win, but, I mean, to come along here today and see a player that's got such experience.
It's absolutely AFL experience.
And to kick 4 goals in a quarter like this. And the game's still up there for grabs. The next goal is crucial. It's a 7-point margin now to the NTFA, to the SFL, leading the NTFA. So, yeah, it's been a massive last quarter. Can the NTFA respond? Declan Chugg's held by the arm, so there'll be a free kick. And they've got it in top round the stoppages. Chugg, Hooker, Bealey, these sort of guys. Declan Chugg's had a massive last quarter. Kicks inside 50. Over the back, it's all the NTFA. They need to work it out here through Burling. Burling kicks in the Reisig direction. He rises high, gets a grab on it. Does he take the mark? Umpire said no. And we'll get a ball up. 21 minutes gone. We've had some long quarters today, so you might think with a few goals kicked, we've got 10 or a dozen minutes left. From the ball up. Trying to take it away is Chugg. Tackled. So just happy now to play a bit of time off the clock, the SFL. The 7-point lead. 2 kicks required here from the NTFA. Tommy Graham's in there working hard, but it's slung out by Hooker. They rise high in the forward line, the SFL players. Fletcher Bennett, handball didn't get the mark. Greens shovels it out. Ives, handball over the top, trying to find a target. Front of the scoreboard on the far side. Taking it out now is Tom Graham. But it might have been out of bounds before he kicked it. It was. The ball will have to come back in front of the scoreboard, which reads NTFA 12,880, the SFL 13,987.
19 goals been kicked up this end that the SFL are kicking to towards against 60 on the other end.
Okay, 19 versus 6. So there you go. It tells you the story about the scoring end. But I look at the trees and I see no breeze. No. So it's just one of those things. It's just been easy to kick goals at that end. No doubt about it. Through both games this afternoon. A lot of players around the footy. Kicked further up the wing. It's in lasso territory, so the players need to be careful. Another stoppage, Matt. See if you can work it out.
It is, sure can. 22 and a half minutes gone. SFL by 7 points. So NTFA, there's still time. Ball up over on that outer wing. Rucks go at it again. Loose footy to be won. Sweeping handball through. Only as far, though, as Joby Harper. Harper throws it on the boot. And it has gone out of bounds on the full. So it will be a free kick to the SFL. Free kick to the SFL on that side. They're telling him to go forward. Hello, there's been a whistle. It's coming back here. Downfield. There is a free kick. And it's going the way of Green. So Green with the free kick. A short pass and he's found a target. So just outside 50 here. Gone 23 and a half minutes. The SFL by 7 points. 12,880. Trailing the SFL 13,987. So we've almost gone 24 minutes, so it's getting close. Shot for goal coming up for the SFL. Kick it from right on 50. Pops it up. Pops it up and kicks the goal. Oh, what a great goal that was. That is a fantastic goal for the SFL and will be the sealer. That is a terrific goal. And he's very happy with that, and as he should be. That has sealed it. That was the number 9. It was Declan Chugg with potentially the sealer here. The SFL move on to 14,993, leading the NTFA at 12,880. We've gone just over 24 minutes in the last term, and Chugg kicks that potentially the sealer there, Dave Moore. So 13-point lead. We're at 25 minutes. I did mention that the SFL came back. They were trailing by 3 goals late in their game against the Northwest. And came back. Can the NTFA do the same? They trail by 13 points. Back in the ruck. Dean versus Green again. Call it a draw. It came down at evens. And it's James Beerley there. Gets that for the SFL. Goes backwards. He's found a teammate. Quick pass. Is off here towards the 50. It's been cut off, though, by Fletcher Bennett. So Fletcher Bennett of the NTFA got this on the defensive 50. And he short passes it and it's found Harper. So this is Harper. They look to go. Harper chips this one down the wing. Can he find a target? He can indeed. In at that number 5, McKenzie. He's had a pretty good game. John McKenzie playing at the East Coast. He moves and goes straight away. Finds that man Bailey Gillow. Gillow gives it off to Petterwood. Hello. There's been a free kick, a whistle going the SFO. The locals don't like it. I can hear that in the effects mic, Dave Moore. Ethan Petterwood, quick kick off. Petterwood scoops it out, but he's been paid for a throw. Just a couple of decisions not going the NTFA's way late here. Here's Dave Moore.
Declan Chugg. Right foot kick towards the boundary line. Target is Reeves. He has to go spoiler. Off the pack. Spills out. Taken here by Gapin. Gapin towards half forward. And we've got a tackle there on the SFL player. That's what might have been marked for a moment, but must have been touched on the way. So ball up. 13 points the margin. Still just time if NTFA can get a quick goal in here. Tapped out there by Ives. So a lot of players around the contest. The South boys, or the Southern Football League boys, are happy now just to bottle things up. Time is on their side. They've had a huge last quarter. But credit to the NTFA, they've made a real game of this. They can hold their heads high as Fletcher Bennett kicks it out of bounds on the bounce, but it's a lasso. And it'll be a free kick going the way of the SFL. And Declan Chugg, geez, had a good last quarter. No doubt about that. An amazing game. We've seen 2 players from opposing side kick 4 goals in a quarter. Bailey Gillow in the third quarter, Josh Green in the last. And a free kick in the marking contest here. It's going to go the way of Theo Ives, who can put the icing on the cake here, as he's about 20 metres out and about 20 metres in from the boundary on the right-hand side. So right behind this one. The margin is 13. And you'd think this would put it beyond the reach of the boys from the NTFA. In comes Theo Ives. And kicks the goal for the SFL. And you'd say, Matt Donaldson, that seals it here this afternoon.
Sealer, I reckon. Theo Ives kicks his second. So he kicked one in the third and one in the fourth. And that makes it a little bit tricky now for the NTFA. But what an afternoon of footy we've seen, David. It's been a great game of footy. Got Chris Sayer down in front of us. Chris.
Yeah, one thing about the non-scoring end for this quarter, that sun is really low in the sky and right behind their goals. Whenever NTFA kicking into attack, they're looking straight into the sun.
Into the sun, yeah.
Definitely a factor.
Good pick-up, Chris.
Probably not worth 8 goals, but
no.
But certainly is a factor, and that's what they've kicked in this quarter, the SFL. 8 goals, 1 to 1 goal straight. The NTFA got a final response. Harper takes it, gets tackled from behind. Got to push in the back, so he'll take the free kick. He needs to get up quickly. 28 minutes gone. There might be another 4 minutes with all the goals kicked. So Harper goes to the pocket there for the NTFA. Clears the contest, lands in the lap there of Jaden Hines. Now he's about 40 out on the boundary line. He'll need to get back quick. Kicked a nice goal right on half-time, which narrowed the margin to 6 points. So Jaden Hines, he's taking his time. He's looking into the sun, as Chris just suggested. Crosses the 50 now as Jaden Hines. This is for their second goal of the quarter for the NTFA. Sets it up. It's always near side. Just leaks in for behind. So 12-9-81 plays 15-9-99. Great day of footy here, the Interstate Series. Been some terrific games in it this year. Especially the NWFL winning by a point down at North Hobart. What a great game that was. Over the back. Trying to take the mark there was Burling. Players tied now as Petterwood gets a handball away, gets his own handball back to Alexander. Leans back on a kick, looking for Musica. Taken there by Thompson. Back to Gillow. Petterwood on the boundary line. Fashions the right foot banana inside 50. Good spoil away from McHenry. Lands though with Suki. He gets the handball backwards to Gapin, who clears the area. Big spoil from behind. All the SFL at the fall though. And they'll work it out here through Fletcher Hooker.
Fletcher Hooker's hit goes in the centre of the ground. Here's Josh Green, gives a quick handball off to McHenry. McHenry has a bounce, sweeping handball over the top. This could be another goal coming up here for the South. It's Alomes who has popped it through. So Bryce Alomes has kicked 2 goals now. Kicked one in the second, one in the fourth. 2 goals, 1 he has. And the SFL just running away with this one now. Running away with it late. So putting a little bit of scoreboard pressure. We knew they'd come, and we knew they'd come in this last quarter, but this has been some sort of last quarter from the South with goals to Thomas Reeves, Chug. Josh Green's got 4. Theo Ives kicked 1. Also, Bryce Alomes kicked 1. So that margin now is out to 24 points.
Yeah, just the fitness level, I'd start to think now, too, is a factor. Running over the ground now are the SFL boys. Saw Riley McHenry there run through the centre of the ground. And nobody really in pursuit. So playing out time now. 30.5 minutes gone. Lights are on here at the NTCA Ground. So from the tap out. Chance here for Gordon. Gets it to Hooker, who's tackled from behind. Gordon, though, mops up his own work. Gets the half forward to Reeves. Reeves. Lead is on here from Green. That's Josh Green. He couldn't quite take the mark. It's near the boundary line. They try to work it out here, the SFL, through Golding. Gets a handball backwards. Kick towards goal. But taking the mark back there is Thompson.
Good grab, Isaac Thompson. Last line of defence. Chips it short. Finds a teammate. Sweeping handball by Boyd. Finds another teammate there. Back to Thompson. And he's found Mackenzie. Mackenzie goes down the wing. So just a patient, methodical build-up here from the NTFA. It's currently with Tom Graham. He goes further down the wing and finds Musica. This is Musica right between those interchange gates. Comes central.
Ooh.
Too much on it. There's a free kick, though. And it will be Isaac Thompson, the recipient of the free kick for some high contact.
Thompson, front on contact. Chips it here towards Hyatt. Plays on immediately on the 50. Short pass to Jaden Hines, who marks. Good footy there from the NTFA. Good teamwork. as the siren sounds. So it's a matter of now what the margin here will be at the NTCA ground. Currently 24. And Jaden Hines had a shot not dissimilar to this a little while ago from further out. So he's got a bit of a sighter. Let's see, Jaden Hines. Long deliberate run up. Just to narrow the margin to 18. Jaden Hines for goal. Umpires to do a lot of work. Might have just snuck in. It's one behind to finish the game here. And worthy winners are the Southern Football League. They stormed home in the last quarter, kicking 9 goals to 1 to take out this afternoon's game. 16-9-105. The NTFA 12-10-82. Great game of footy, 28 goals kicked, high standard.
Yeah, fantastic, Dave. Really was
we really enjoyed it.
Fantastic game of footy. This rep series has been fantastic. I think
absolutely.
I like the round robin format with the 3 regions, and they play everyone over the course of the 3 rounds. I can recap the goal kickers for you. Let's start with the SFL. We got Josh Green, he was on fire. He kicked 1 in the second, then he kicked 4 in the last quarter. He ended up with 5 goals too. So Josh Green kicked 5. Then he got multiples to Loams and Hooker, and singles to Thomas Reeves, Chug, Miller, Aidan Waller and Sam Green. And for the NTFA, Bailey Gillow in a purple patch, he kicked 4 goals in the third quarter. He ended up with 4. Oliver Dean kicked 3, and then singles to Mackenzie, Harper, Jaden Hines, Ethan Petterwood and Matthew Lee.
Okay, we'll hold it here. We've got the presentations coming up here on City Park Radio and the AFL Tas live stream. And, hopefully the quality will be okay. We're taking it through our FX mic, but they've put the speakers pretty much right in front of us, so we should be able to get a good feeling for the presentation and the speeches. Good sportsmanship, players shaking hands. Wasn't anything really untoward in that game.
No, there wasn't. They played really good spirits, wasn't
it? So congratulations to both teams. Mitch Thorpe over there shaking lots of hands.
Yeah.
And a lot of players from the old SFL days that would have locked horns with Mitch Thorpe as a coach and a player. So we've got thanks to Chris Sayer, our boundary rider today. He's heading off, so thanks to you.
Thank you very much, Chris, for your
Chris, we might get a second to get through your stats just while we're getting ready for the presentations.
Hitouts, SFL 36, NTFA 42. Clearances, SFL 37, NTFA had 41. Inside 50s, 47 for the SFL, 54 for the NTFA. Marks inside 50 pretty even, 8 for the SFL, 9 for NTFA. Intercept marks finished even at 18 apiece, and free kicks also pretty even, 25 for the SFL and 27 for the NTFA.
Thank you very much to Dave Gruber. Great job as usual on the stats. Yeah, so that inside 50s in the last quarter, it was 12-7, but 9 goals from 12 entries for the SFL. It tells you a big story. As both teams are heading towards the presentation area. So we'll have the couple of speeches from the coaches. We'll have the best player from each team. I'll tell you what, those people that did votes today, Matt, that was a pretty difficult effort.
I imagine they'd find it pretty hard, Dave, I reckon.
I would imagine they would, because hard. We had players scoring massive goals in quarters and
absolutely
players coming in and out of the game. So it was a tough one. But there were so many good players across both teams. They can hold their heads high, there's no doubt about that.
Oh, definitely. We highlighted the call players like Donnelly and Gapin, and Jack Miller had a pretty good one. Josh Green with all those goals. Suki, he was great in defence in those intercept marks for the NTFA. Mackenzie and Petterwood were great. Fletcher Bennett with all those possessions. Joby Harper had a good one. Bailey Gillow with that burst. Ethan Petterwood, really hard to pick votes. Absolutely. So really interesting to see where they land.
So we'll head down now. Here's Rachel Millwood at the presentation.
Now, again, as I said, an amazing game of football. To the Northern team, congratulations. You should be so proud of your efforts. And to the Southern team, a fantastic last quarter of football to claim the win. Congratulations to you. We're joined on the field now by AFL Tasmania's Tom Barwick. Thank you, Tom, and your team for being here today. Also, our NTFA president, Peter Gutwin. He was a very happy man at three-quarter time, and I think that might hurt. And also, David O'Byrne, the SFL president, thank you for you being here. Both of our presidents will be presenting the best on ground to their respective team members in a moment. It gives me great pleasure now to ask the losing coach to come forward and make a speech and announce his best player. So Mitch Thorpe, if you could come forward. Well done, Mitch. Fantastic effort. Thank you.
Well, thanks everyone for coming to watch a pretty solid game. We threw the kitchen sink, the microwave and everything. You guys were far too strong in the last quarter, so credit to to Proe and the boys, and coming up the highway to play on a deck that's probably unfamiliar to most of us. I thought it played pretty well. 28 goals was a reasonable spectacle to our guys. Well done. We had our butts kicked in the first game, and we put our head down, arse up, and the effort was fantastic. We need to polish a few things up, but I thought all in all the game was played in the right spirits. Our best player today, the Swiss Army knife, Bailey Gillow.
Thank you, Mitch, and well done to Bailey. We'll grab a quick photo of you, Bailey, before you duck off. Congratulations, and again, well done to the North. You should hold your heads up high. Now it gives me a great pleasure to introduce the Southern coach, Nick Probert, to announce his best player as well.
Thank you very much. I'd just like to say, on behalf of the SFL, thank you for having us up here. I think the NTCA is a bit of a forgotten ground in the footy landscape, and to know how great the ground is. It's a wonderful traditional place to come and play. So the other thing I'd like to do is to make a statement about this standard of footy, and that rep footy is something we should all fight for. I think it shows in the players that choose to play how they're made up. It's something that is part of our makeup in Tassie, and playing rep footy is something that we should all strive for. No doubt all players that play today will reflect on their contribution to rep footy, and hopefully this builds something for them and for us going forward in what we're trying to do here in the state. To Mitch and to the players, well done. We were flat out trying to keep up for 3 quarters, and in the end it just snapped for us at the end of the third quarter and into the last. But that was an amazing game of footy. Our first game, we only had 2 goals kicked in the first half, so to be here today, and I think it was a really high tempo, and hopefully for the people that are here, a good standard of football to watch. So please keep supporting this. It's something that's, I think, a really important part of our footy future. The best player that we have today is Sam Green.
Thank you. Fantastic words, and well done to Sam, and a very happy SFL president. Well done on your win, and enjoy the trip down the highway. Be safe with your travels. To everyone who has been here today, thank you. It would give me great pleasure also to announce wraps up the Intrastate Series, which has been a fantastic showcase of local football. The MVP for the series, he's not here today, but we'll get his medal to him, Oliver Kelly from the Northwest. So well done to Oliver. On behalf of the NTFA, it's been a pleasure hosting you here at the NTCA Ground. We hope you've had a great day. And a big thank you once again to all of our sponsors who have made today possible. Lion and James Bond, Solstice Energy, Clean Away, Jeremy Wilkinson and Harcourt's Launceston, CI Care and Launceston Mazda. So to cheers, all of the people behind the scenes who have made today possible, thank you. It doesn't go unnoticed, and it is appreciated. Well done everyone, and we'll see you all next year. Thank you.
This third quarter, we talked about that a lot. Yep. That's 4 goals, and they were 4 tough goals too. And then for the SFL was Sam Green, who was their best on ground. The women's earlier, a fantastic game as well, a 1-point thriller that we saw there, and it was the SFL women 6-4-40 defeating the NTFA women at 5-9-39. So a fantastic day of footy here at the NTCA Ground. Big thanks to you, Dave Moore, for being part of the coverage.
No worries.
And our man Grooms. No, excellent. Our man Grooms, thank you very much for your stats. Chris Sayer, we had Jasper on the live stream.
Yep, thank you to Jasper, who's been on camera all day up there.
Yes, yeah.
So fantastic effort from him. Thanks to Chris Ball from a City Park Radio point of view for getting us to air this afternoon. It's been a real pleasure to bring Intrastate footy, and I think it was a great venue, Matt, to hold this game. It just had a terrific atmosphere. Crowd was good, game was good, and everyone's a winner today. But on the scoreboard, the winner was the SFL in both games. So congratulations to the Southern Football League for a great win today. Okay, that's all from us here on City Park Radio and the AFL Tas live stream. City Park Radio broadcast game next week at Youngtown, South Launceston versus Deloraine. But to all our listeners right around Tasmania and more broadly, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.